God bless the mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway, and God bless the USA. Fans, like we do each and every Friday night. I got one question for you, but I'm going to have my best friend, my buddy up here in the booth with me, Kenton Blackburn, ask this question. Kenton, take it away.
Are you ready for some racing action? Hey, y'all are kind of loud tonight.
I hear you. We're up here high in a bird's eye view in the glass. I bet we heard the people online, too, watching on ShowMeDirt.tv. It is round number 9 for the Chase Florida Championship. I believe we got over 70 cars checked in for tonight's racing action. We're live on Facebook. Want to welcome everybody watching on our Facebook page and appreciate each and every one of you for being here as we'll bring out our first heat race here. They'll roll the track in a little bit. But, hey, we've got some exciting news. I want to kick it off early with some exciting breaking news here, Kenton. So, for those that have been on our Facebook page, we got a local celebrity that has announced here before. He lives in the Lebanon area, but he has a video page on YouTube, Missouri Public Hunter. And, you know, Buck is his name. Buck is chasing a girlfriend named Candy. And Buck, on a video on Facebook and TikTok and YouTube, Buck went to Candy's salon and asked Candy if she would go on a date to the mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway, and she accepted it. So in the next couple of weeks, Buck and Candy might be making an appearance to the mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway. Have you seen Buck on the Facebook?
Yeah, I've seen him on TikTok.
TikTok, yeah.
And Buck's a wild man. He was there talking trash to a dead game warden the other day. I don't know if you saw that one or not, but he admitted that he had all the corn was to bait deer, and he actually got a buck. And I tell you what, it's fun to watch.
It is fun to watch, so we appreciate Buck and Candy are choosing the mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway for a date night. So feel free to go on TikTok, YouTube, and their Facebook page to Missouri Public Hunter and check them out as well. So we appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And those watching online, Facebook Live, look in, racetosave.com, as it is now time for Ozark Sporting Goods Power I Super Stocks, 600 to win, 100 to start. Thanks to Ozark Sporting Goods, and this is heat race number 1. Kenton, take it away.
Starting on the pole, the 32 is going to be Jam Button. On his outside, the 7 of Joshua Lewis. Row number 2, starting on the inside, will be the 27D of Derek Henson. And on his outside, the 05 of Dale Berry.
Here we go. The sun's going down here as our arms are baked, as they have been baked in the sun all afternoon because me and Kitten are sleeveless. We've got our sleeveless shirts on. We got the mics on. We're getting ready to turn on the lights and turn off the lights because we're getting ready to go racing here at the mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway. Turn on the track lights, turn off the green, the orange, the yellow, whatever color it is. I'm colorblind. Turn on that green light, and we're getting ready to kick it off here tonight at the mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway. Added money tonight in the majority of all of our classes here. And we appreciate Ozark Sporting Goods for helping us out here for the Ozark Sporting Goods Power I Super Stock Heat Race number 1. So far, it has been the Mark Davis show pretty much this whole season. Mark Davis, last week's feature winner, has gotten 3 feature wins under the belt. He will be in heat race number 2, but that 7 of Josh Lewis. Josh Lewis has been the heat race machine as he has had 3 heat race wins for in that 7 machine, the Wild Child. Good to have Jim Button back there in that 32, as well as Del Berry in the 05 machine, and that 27D of Derek Henson. So a couple of tracks taking the night off, and so we're getting to see some new familiar faces back here at the mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway. And it's going to be an exciting event here tonight. Don't forget, next Friday night, is our fireworks show here at the Mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway, July the 1st, the first day of July. We're going to kick it off in style here at the Mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway. So feel free to come on out, bring out the family and friends, as we will have the fireworks show. But we got some racing to do beforehand, as it is heat race number 1 for the Ozark Sporting Goods Power Eye Super Stocks. And Kitten Blackbird is going to lead them here. Lights are off. Kitten, take it away.
All right, heat race action number 1 down the backstretch. Button and Lewis going to pace the field. Keith, the flagman, going to do his first dance of the night up in the flag stand. Looking for the green flag here on a Friday night. Here we come down the front stretch. Going to be 3 wide at the line.
3 wide, kicking it off here for round number 9, as it is the 32 of Button on the inside and the 7 of Lewis. They go down the backstretch side by side, 2 rows deep here on lap number 1. Who's it going to be on lap number 1? As they're still side by side at the line. It's going to be a photo finish. The Wild Child taking lap number 1.
Lewis got a good run here at a turn number 2. Button going to get a little sideways, and everyone else is going to be right down 3 wide down the back chute. Here comes Henson there in the 27D to the inside. Lewis right now, though, coming out of turn number 4, looking to lead lap number 2. And it's still a Wild Child, your race leader.
Wild Child out front, but here comes Henson in the 27 on the inside. He has started back in the pack, but he has made his way up now, battling with the leader. They're side by side, 2 wide out of 4. Henson, your new race leader.
All right, now, though, Joshua Lewis right back to the back bumper. Barry's got a lot of smoking problems in that 05. As we come in through 3, coming out of turn number 4 right now, it's the 27D of Derek Henson.
Dale Berry doing us all a favor and chasing the mosquitoes off, as the 27 though of Henson is out front, extending his lead from the 7 of the Wild Child. But even though Dale Berry is smoking from the rear end, he is gaining on the 7 of Josh Lewis.
Dale Berry right now having a good run there in that 05. Look at the inside of Lewis through 1 and 2, going to slide up in there. Lewis down the backstretch. Berry's got a good run for that second spot, so they're going to silhouette into turn number 3. Coming through 3. Coming out of turn number 4, here comes your race leader, but the battle right now is for second, as it's going to go to Dale Berry.
Dale Berry out front in the 05. The 7 of Josh Lewis has to settle for that 3rd spot, as Henson goes into turns 3 and 4. Out of 4, white flag will be in the air for the 27 of Henson.
Henson going to get a 1 and 2 for the final time. He's going to shoot down the backstretch all by himself like the Chess Club president on prom night. Through 3 and 4 for the final time in heat race action number 1. Checkered flag, Derek Henson.
Checkered flag in the air for Derek Henson. The 05 of Dale Berry coming home 2nd. The 32 of Jim Button coming home 3rd. And Josh Lewis coming home 4th. As Derek Henson in the 27D out of Russellville, Missouri, getting his first heat race win here at the Mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway this season. Congratulations to him, as we will have 1 more heat race for the Ozark Sporting Goods Power Eye Super Stocks and lead them out. Right now, he is the national point leader in the Power Eye Super Stock division out of Stillwell, Oklahoma. It's going to be the 164 of Michael Muskrat. On his outside from Creighton, Missouri in the G1, that's going to be Nick Gibson. Row number 2, he is currently your track point leader and last week's feature winner. That is going to be the 56 out of Grove Springs, Missouri of Mark Davis. And on his outside from Rolla, Missouri, that nice looking 8 machine, that is going to be Tanner Woody. Starting on the outside there of row number 2. 8 laps is your distance, 4 cars. Here we go. Good to have the car count back up here in this division as we get ready for heat race number 2. Keep forming the flagman, waving the green flag, and we're underway.
Muskrat off to a good start, down into 1 and 2. Going around in the middle of 1 and 2. That's going to be the G1 of Nick Gibson. Coming to a stop in the bottom of the speedway on the bottom of turn number 2 entry. First caution of the night going to come out now.
First caution coming out for the G1 of Nick Gibson. The Joker Welding caution flag coming out. Joker Welding, hopefully we won't be able to talk about them much tonight, but they are one of the top welding businesses in the area. Not only do they weld, but they also have welding supplies. And I heard a rumor that Joe might be slowing down on some work because he's spending a lot of time texting you and messaging you on the cell phone.
Well, I don't know, man, but I get quite a few text messages a week, so if you're waiting on a welding job to get done, just shoot me a message and I'll tell them to get to work.
As Kit Blackburn has now just stepped up to the office assistant at Joker Welding, so feel free to contact Kit Blackburn, and he will let Joe know that you're needing a welding job or not.
I don't know if that's a promotion or a demotion.
It's a promotion. We love Joe. We love everything that he does. Green flag is in the air.
Muskrat Davis going to have a good drag race down into 1 and 2. Muskrat, though, is going to get the early advantage coming into 2. Davis to the back bumper, going down the back stretch. They're going to be bumper to bumper. Davis gets the door slammed on him as they're going to go through 3 and 4. Here comes Nick Gibson to the inside out of turn number 4. What a race. Muskrat's going to lead that lap.
Your national point leader out front, the 164 of Muskrat, but the point leader here at the track racing with the G1 of Gibson. Last weekend, Mark Davis, double feature win for him last weekend on Friday night and Sunday night, but Muskrat leads it again on another lap.
Michael Muskrat right now. Here comes Davis to the inside out of turn number 2. Oh, my goodness, right there to the door panel coming into turn number 3. It's a battle. Davis had to get out of the throttle. Muskrat still going to hold that line. Going to lead another lap, but Davis is charging.
Davis right there with Muskrat as he is not letting up. Here comes Davis once again. Muskrat shoots up the track. Davis pushing hard there on the inside. Muskrat, can he hold his line right there, keep that momentum going? He does a great job there in turn number 4, and Muskrat now extends his lead out front.
Wow, it's been Michael Muskrat right now, but Davis right there going to get a good run out of turn number 2. Down the back chute, they're going to silhouette coming into turn number 3. Davis lets off a little early. Muskrat going to be back on the throttle coming into turn number 4. Side-by-side drag race to the line. Going to go to the 56 of Davis.
Davis out front now, your new race leader. He now extends his lead down the back stretch. Muskrat is staying right there with him, though. They're side by side. This is what we get each and every Friday night here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway.
Mark Davis right now getting all he can handle for the 164 of Muskrat. He's going to bobble out of turn number 2. Still going to silhouette down the back stretch, side by side for the race lead into 3. What an absolute slugfest right now between these two drivers. Dr. Jack in the air, Muskrat back to the race lead.
Been a while since Mark Davis has got a heat race win. He's trying to get it tonight. They're side by side. Tanner Woody up there at a slow pace. Davis has the advantage going into turns 3 and 4. Davis shoots up the track. Here comes Muskrat in the middle, but it's going to be Davis out the line. Davis, your heat race winner, heat race number 2. Michael Muskrat going home second in the G1 of Nick Gibson coming home 3rd. What a race there between Davis and Muskrat side by side, giving us a show early here. That was worth the price of admission right there.
Ooh, man, if you don't need a beer after that one, you might want to go head down to the beer garden and grab one.
Not you, kid. You got jobs to do because we're getting ready for the Norris Logging Midwest Modified heat races.
And here's how heat race number 1 is going to line up. Starting on the pole in the 28, it's going to be Wesley Briggs. On his outside, the 6T, Austin Treadway. Run number 2 on the inside will be the 41 of Paul Scott. On his outside, the 4 of Caleb Rhodes. Row number 3 on the inside will be the 7C of Derek Cook. On his outside, the 87 of Aaron Odell.
7C of Derek Cook not making the call, but lights are off.
Looking for the green flag Midwest mod style. Here we come. Down the front stretch, here comes Wesley Briggs on a good jump on that start. And a 1 and 2 down the back stretch. Here comes Treadway, Paul Scott, right there with him. Got that wheel up in the air. Right now it's Wesley Briggs coming out of turn number 4, and he's going to lead lap number 1.
Briggs out front, but 3 days ago, that 6T of Austin Treadway celebrated a birthday. He's running right there in that second spot right behind Briggs, but here comes the 4 of Caleb Rhodes there on the inside of the 41 of Paul Scott. They're side by side. We're 2 deep side by side at the line. Austin Treadway, I believe. Wow, what a run there.
Oh, here comes Paul Scott to the inside of Briggs down the back chute. They're going to silhouette Treadway right now, your race leader coming into 3. Here Briggs is going to drive it back hard through 3 and 4. Throw a blanket on your top 4 cars. Treadway still your race leader.
What a race already. Get on the edge of your seat. This is Friday night racing here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway. The birthday man, Austin Treadway, celebrating his birthday here tonight as he is out front. But the 28 of Wesley Briggs right there in second.
Right now, Treadway got a good line through the middle of the speedway. Briggs right there on the back bumper, nothing doing at it 2. Treadway coming in through 3, coming out of turn number 4. Here comes Briggs. Back to the inside, down the front stretch though. Still Austin Treadway.
Look at that battle back there for that third spot. The 4 Caleb Rhodes trying to hold off that 41 of Paul Scott, but Paul Scott now pulls in front of Rhodes as it's Treadway, Briggs, Scott, and Rhodes. Your top 4. Here comes Briggs on the inside of Treadway. A drag race down the front stretch.
It's still Treadway. Hold on. Briggs going to slide up. Nothing doing. Loses a lot of momentum on the 6. Down the back chute. Paul Scott right there sitting in 3rd there in the 41. Briggs going to drive it in hard out of turn number 4. Treadway holding on. 1 to go for the 16 of Austin Treadway.
White flag is in the air. One more time around. Can Treadway hold on? Keep your eye back there on that battle for 3rd between Scott and the 4 of Rhodes. Here's Briggs' final chance. Treadway shoots up the track. Briggs is right there, but too much as Treadway will get the win. Briggs comes home 2nd, and Paul Scott, the 41, coming home 3rd. That was good to kick things off there for the 6T of Austin Treadway. As we get ready for heat race number 2, on the pole for this one, he has been one of the drivers to beat this season out of Springfield, Missouri. He is currently your track champion and currently your Power Eye national point leader. That is the 64 of Pete Richardson. But on his outside, another driver that's been winning lots of features this season. He has 3 under his belt out of Sparta, Missouri. That's going to be the 33, last week's feature winner of Steve Muhlenberg. Row number 2 having a good first year there in that 42 machine out of Lebanon, Missouri. That's going to be the 42 of Trevor Elliotson. And on his outside, that's going to be the 43 of Jamie Petty in Niagara, Missouri. Oakley Ragland out of Lebanon, Missouri. And the 15R and Jeremiah Fincher out of Lebanon, Missouri in the 6. They didn't want to start that because I wasn't finished. Keith was hearing me.
You know, as an announcer, sometimes that gets, you got to talk faster. It's like you got to auctioneer it, the final 2 rows there.
Hey, we had an auctioneer announcing a couple weeks ago. Jeff Knight from Knight Auction Service was here, but green flag is in the air. We're underway here for heat race number 2 for the Norris Logging Power Ride Midwest Modifieds.
Here out of the back stretch right now, those Muhlenberg got a good run out of turn number 2. Richardson and Trevor Ellingson going to be your top 3 as they come in through 3 and 4. Coming out of turn number 4, lap number 1 going to be in the blue. It's going to go to the 33 of Muhlenberg.
Last week's feature winner starting off the following week in style as he's out front. Petty making contact there with the 42 of Elliotson. But right now it is still Muhlenberg and the 33 out front, the 64 Pete Richardson in second. The 42 Trevor Elliotson in 3rd.
All right, now is the Steve Muhlenberg show. Richardson trying to find something to cash that back bumper, the 33. The 33 right now, Muhlenberg checking out early, but Richardson getting a good run, trying to feel it out here, early heat race action.
Thanks to Collins Property Management adding money to the Midwest Modifieds. Jeremiah Fincher trying to get some laps in on that 6 machine as here comes the leaders. Pete Richardson's gaining off Muhlenberg. Richardson goes high, Muhlenberg goes low.
Peter Richardson got a good run out of turn number 2 down the back chute. Here comes the 64. Down the back stretch, he's going to go slide, job, crossover, Muhlenberg. Out of turn number 4, going to be a drag race to the line lead, going to stay with Richardson.
We'll call it Slide Job Village here tonight. The 33 of Steve Muhlenberg out front, the 64 Pete Richardson in second. Pete Richardson has won a heat race each and every week, and what a heat race stacked up here tonight.
Oh, if this is just a taste of how the feature's gonna go. this is going to be a dandy of a night as Richardson going to sniff the bumper right there of Eulenberg down the back chute. Is the lap traffic there? Jeremiah Finchner right there holding your leaders up. Going to spin, almost spin in front of him. Oh, my goodness.
Jeremiah Fincher holding on to it, but we're still staying green. White flag was displayed one more time around. Will Richardson's streak come to an end in the heat race action? Here comes Richardson. Steve Muhlenberg closes the door. Checkered flag is in the air. Wow, 8 weeks in a row, Richardson has won a heat race win. It has come to an end because them two drivers have been trading wins back and forth all season long. But Steve Muhlenberg getting it done here in heat race number 2. That was a crazy one right there. We could have had 2 to 3 cautions, but the drivers did a good job keeping it going and staying green. Wow, what a night, Kitten Blackburn. It's good to have you here. We're still racing. We're still getting it on with the Midwest Modifieds.
Heat race number 3 going to roll out on the track like this, and here's how they're going to line up. Starting on the pole in the 32, Smoking Joe Francis. On his outside in the 45, Colt Cheevers. Row number 2, starting on the inside, will be the 5H of Austin Huntley. On his outside, in the number 05, Cheyenne Bowman. And starting shotgun in the 25, Billy Jones. Lights are off. We're going to go back to green flag action here at the mighty Midway Speedway. Joe Francis, Colt Cheevers on the front row. And you want to talk about a front row. Look at this one as we are not going to get a start as Colt Cheevers was on the throttle way early.
Hey, those drivers better be paying attention to that flagman because he has a whip down there hanging from his chin.
Yeah, that's what it's a whip tonight. I just think it looks like a horsetail.
Green flag is in the air. Smoking Joe and Colt Cheevers making contact, and Smoking Joe going around in turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, a little bit of pure pandemonium to start this one off, Shane.
It is Midwest Sheet Metal Instant Replay. We're seeing it early here. Look at this start side by side. Down the front stretch they go. And here we go. And Joe signs up the track. And Colt Cheevers kept on rolling. And Joe going around. Joe had a really good run last week. Got past it on the last corner on the last lap. But rough start early as the lights are coming on here at the mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway. What a beautiful night. No, sun is going down. Thomas Shaw got a good shot in the opening ceremonies of Old Glory there waving, but look at that.
Just look at that sunset.
Woo! I thought I was pretty, but man, that's pretty.
What it's the reflection of Joe down there in turn 3. That's what it is.
I'm just disappointed Joe's not wearing his sleeveless shirt.
I know. He called me out on Facebook and everything.
He advertised it all day long, and he doesn't want to show his guns. All right, here we go. Lights are back off. Will we see the green flag this time? Colt Cheevers now and Austin Huntley on the new front row. Green flag is in the air. Colt Cheevers out front, the 45, the 5 of Austin Huntley in second. The 05 of Cheyenne Bowman sitting there in third. Here comes Smoking Joe in the 32 on the inside of the 25 of Billy Jones. And it's Colt Cheevers out front for lap number 1.
Colt Cheevers right there. Colt 45 on an absolute tear right now. Cheyenne Bowman right now. Going to have Joe Francis sneaking up right behind her. Cheyenne going to be door to door with Joe as they come through 3 and 4. Cheyenne going to battle back down out of turn number 4. Joe already back up to second.
2 laps, and Joe went from 5th to 2nd. And here comes Cheyenne Bowman making Joe work for it. But Colt Cheevers, Colt 45 out front with a big lead on the 32 of Joe Francis. Cheyenne Bowman in that 3rd spot. We're still green.
Cheyenne getting a good run here down the back chute. Colt Cheevers, though, coming out of turn number 4 all by himself like the Chess Cup president on prom night as he has this one in total control.
45 Colt Cheevers out front. The 32 Joe Francis right there. Had a rough start, but has made his way up to that second spot. And the 5H of Austin Huntley had a slow pace down the backstretch there, but the 45 Colt Cheevers right now out front, showing what he has. He has the guns out there in the 45 out front there in the Napa Auto Parts.
Right now, Colt Cheevers down the backstretch. Joe Francis going to go across the timing strike. Cheyenne Bowman still sitting there in that third spot, but here comes the 25 of Billy Jones to her inside. Down the back chute, the battle for third is there.
Side by side for the battle for third as the 45 of Colt Cheevers gets the white flag. One more time around as it is Cheevers, Francis, and Mountain 05 out front. Here comes Colt Cheevers. He gets the win. The 32 of Joe Francis coming out of turn number 4 in second. And then the 05 of Cheyenne Bowman coming home third. That will wrap it up for our heat race action here for the Midwest Modifieds as we will move on as they have joined us back again this season. It is time for the USRA stock car heat races. On the pole for this one, out of Lebanon, Missouri, it's going to be the 541 of Rob White. On his outside from Fairplay, Missouri, it's going to be a 335Z of Zach Zingan. Row number 2 on the inside from Buffalo, Missouri, it's going to be the 23 of Mark Simon. On his outside from Camdenton, Missouri, it is going to be the 50 of Daryl Hurt. In row number 3 on the inside out of Urbana, Missouri, is going to be the 0 of Mason Beck. As the 5H of Huntley, we've had a fire.
I've noticed a little bit throughout the evening already, Shane. Turn 2 has been a little tricky, and the cars have been sliding high into that backstretch wall out of turn number 2. Something a little slimy there in turn number 2, something to keep our eyes on.
Tricky turn 2.
It follows me no matter where I go. And if you look at Mason Beck's wheels, if you look at them too long, you're gonna get hypnotized and you're gonna end up at the beer garden. That's what I was told that they do. I'm rolling with it. So when he comes down the front stretch, look at the wheels of the the 0F of Mason Beck. You're going to get hypnotized and you're going to end up at the concession stand or the beer garden. Either way, it's a win-win situation.
All right, let's do it. Everybody don't blink, just stare. Everybody online at showmedirt.tv. Oh, he's going to go up against the wall. He's not going to do it. Nope. There we go.
You are getting very hungry. You are getting very thirsty. Don't forget your announcer likes beer.
Go to the Independence Day Company concession stand.
It worked on me.
Yep. I'm surprised Thomas didn't fall asleep. He did a pretty good job. Oh, wait. There he is. He's back.
He woke back up. All right. It might have been a long day of work. I don't know. Or a week in the Missouri heat.
Hey, and Thomas with the new shot there in turn number 1.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful.
Look at that.
Those of you watching on showmedirt.tv, get a camera in turn number 1.
And we're way up there in that big booth up there, right?
Boy, it's a good thing that angle cannot see up here.
See our guns.
We'd be breaking some cameras.
We got bigger guns than that guy over there in turn number 3. And we got bigger guns than the guy that throws the flags all night long.
Well, anyone's got bigger guns than him.
Yeah.
His wrist, on the other hand, I think he just told me to be quiet. He said, I'm going to beat you with my flag. See, look, that's what that means.
I like those shorts, though. Those are nice shorts. Showing those legs. Here we go. Lights are off. Rob White, Zach Zingan, your front row. 8 laps is your distance. 5 cars for heat race number 1. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Rob White out front there. Battling there. Here comes the 23 of Mark Simon on the inside of White. They're side by side out of turn number 2. Down the backstretch they go. 35Z is Zach Zigan right there in that 35 machine, sitting there in third, but out the line it is Rob White out front. Mark Simon making contact with White. He's going around.
Oh, everyone gets collected in 1 and 2.
Too much there for the 23 machine of Mark Simon as the Joker Welding caution flag coming out.
Joker Welding caution here. We watch the Midwest Sheet Metal instant replay. As we see our race leader Mark Simon there in second, just sent it in a little too hard, collected the field behind him.
And give us a some assistance here. Kitten, hand over your keys. I'll hold your keys for you.
Worst case scenario, I'll just have my wife come pick me up.
And there's our good friend Jimmy down there. Good to have Jimmy. Jimmy supporting the first T-shirt here at the Mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway. Yeah, I seen him. He's a long-time fan here at the Mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway. Got our good friend old Sparky down there. Sparky, good to have you here. Keep cool, Sparky. Here we go. Rob White going to come out of turn number 4. Green flag is back in the air.
Good restart there for the 541 of White down the back chute. He's going to go. Zach right behind him, and here comes Mason Beck hypnotizing the field as he's trying to make a run off of turn number 4, but right now it's all White.
And the horses are side by side here at the Kentucky Derby. No, we're not at the Kentucky Derby. We're at the Midway Speedway. I'm getting hypnotized, but the driver that's not getting hypnotized is the 5 of Rob White, because he is out front taking care of business here in heat race number 1.
As he's going to take it down the back stretch through the dust that was kicked up from the infield of the 23 of Mark Simon, as he about went around in 1 and 2 again on the last lap. But right now, all by himself in the front row is all Rob White.
Rob White out front, Mason Beck in the 0 in second. $1,000 to win tonight. Thanks to Eagle Machine coming on board to help us out here. And Triad Roofing and Urbana Stockyards, as it is a great time to replace your roof and a great time to buy some livestock.
I wish I could afford a cow right now for the way the prices are going on beef right now. But hey, at a turn number 4, though, it's all Rob White. I always want to say Ron White, the comedian. Don't know why. But the 35Z, Zach right there, shuffled back to third. Mason Beck up there to that second spot. Second, third, and fourth. Right now you can throw a blanket over, but it's all Rob White. Going to see 1 to go.
One more time around for the 5 of Rob White. Here comes that 35 of Zach Zigan right there behind Mason Beck. But it is the Rob White show. He is Rob, heat race number 1 in his white machine. He gets the checkered flag. Mason Beck coming home second. Zach Zigan in the 35 coming home third.
As we get ready for heat race action number 2, here's how they're going to line up. Starting on the pole in the 21P, Darren Phillips. On his outside, the 85H, Mike Haleman. Row number 2, starting on the inside, will be the 41 of Brian White. On his outside, the 12, Christopher Sawyer. And starting shotgun in row number 3 is going to be the 83 of James Ellis.
So once again, we appreciate Triad Roofing and Urbana Stockyards for adding money for the purse for the USRA stock cars. 1,000 to win feature. Second place will receive 300, and third place taking home 200. So we appreciate them. I wonder how much I would bring at the Urbana Stockyards.
I would bring a pretty penny. I got a lot of fat in the midsection.
Here we go. We're side by side. Green flag is in the air.
Oh, here they come down the front, shooting a lot of smoke out of the back of the 21P of Darren Phillips. But right now, it's the Mike Hellman down the back chute. Got a good run down there on the backstretch wall. Here comes the 41 of Brian White and the 12 of Christopher Sawyer. Lots of slicing and dicing early out of turn number 4, but Hellman's going to lead lap number 1.
All hill goes to the 85 of Mike Hellman. But look at that battle for second between the 12 of Christopher Sawyers and the 21P of Darren Phillips. Sawyers slides up the track. Phillips is right there. Here comes that 41 of Brian White, but it's still the Hellman show out front with Mike Hellman.
Mike Hellman right down there on the back chute. Now the 12 of Christopher Sawyer up to that second spot as they come in at turn number 3 of the battle for third and fourth between Phillips is hooking it up right now as they are throwing it sideways into 1 and 2.
Sean to the Grindstaff, our track photographer, getting some great shots down there from some side-by-side slide job. Steady down there in turns 3 and 4, but the 85 of Mike Hellman is out front, but that 12 of Christopher Sawyers is closing the gap. Now in the backstretch they go. It's the 85 of Hellman. Here comes Sawyers. He slides up the track, rolling in that top side. We're live on Facebook.
Down into 1 and 2, Hellman right now. You're racing, but here comes Sawyer. Got a good run out of turn number 2. Going to make a good run, get to the back bumper of the 85 into turn number 3. Got a lot of racing to come here out of the turn number 4, though. Here comes Sawyer on the inside. Going to have a good run to go with a couple to go.
Buffalo, Missouri, Christopher Sawyers right there in second. 85 of Mike Hellman of Lake Ozark, Missouri, trying to hold on. Sawyers right there as they're racing hard. Here comes that 41 machine of White. White flag is in the air, side by side.
1 to go down the back chute. It's still been Mike Hellman down the back chute. He's going to go by himself. Sawyer backed off a little bit through 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag in the air. Heat race action is going to go to Mike Hellman, Sawyer, and the 41 of Brian White going to be your top 3.
Hinton, we are seeing some really, really good heat race action. If those that are just tuning in to ShowMeDirt.tv might think we're in feature racing time, but we're not. This is just heat race action, and the track is coming along really, really good.
Multiple lane speedway right now.
The mighty multiple lane Midway Speedway as we get ready for the mighty mean machines, the Spectrum Design late models as we get ready here. Tim Petty giving the wave to the fans as he is on the pole out of Niagara, Missouri. That's going to be the 22 of Tim Petty on his outside. He was pretty quick in hot laps out of Phillipsburg, Missouri. That's going to be the 00 of Landon Harris. Row number 2 on the inside, getting some laps in for him out of Buffalo, Missouri in the 5 Junior. That's going to be Noah Ames on his outside. He is currently your point leader at the track. Last week's feature winner out of Lebanon, Missouri, the 4A of Dustin Atkinson. We're going to take it. Green flag in the air, and we're underway. It is the Tim Petty show out front. The 22, Dustin Atkinson, has already shot up to that second spot, but too much there for Harris. He corrects it. What a save by the 00 of Harris.
Good save there by the young gun there, Harris, as he's going to try to do it again out of turn number 2 as Petty is right there on the low side of the speedway coming out of turn number 4. Going to lead the lap number 2 with Atkinson trying to close the gap here. And here comes Ames sitting in that 3rd spot.
Last week, Dustin Atkinson got a heat race win and a feature win, but the 22 of Tim Petty, he saluted the fans tonight with a wave down the front stretch, and he is taking care of business so far. That 22 machine, but Atkinson is a rocket out of turn 2. He gains some ground. He goes up the track. I love to see the cars swing wide there in turns 3 and 4 as it's still Petty out front.
All right, now it's still Tim Petty, but here comes Atkinson trying to find a different couple of grooves right here in heat race action. Gonna go high into 3. Nope, gonna cut it back down low. He read my mind out of turn number 4, back to the rear bumper of Petty. Caution on the speedway.
Joker welding caution flag coming out for the double
drive shaft.
Drive shaft is. He lost the drive shaft there, and there he is.
I'm no mechanic by any means, but I don't think you're going to go very far without a drive shaft.
Well, Joe's saying, hey, I got my welder in the back of my pickup. Pull right there behind next to my dually. I'll get it welded back on there for you. Think that's what he's saying?
Well, I'm thinking he's saying, hey, you can't go very far. Here, we found it. It's over there in turn number 1. And we're just going to have to, yep, see, look, you see that right there by your tire? Yep, I don't think we can get this folded back to get it put on there right away. We're going to have to get it jacked up.
If you call my assistant, Kitten Blackbird, and get an appointment with Joker Welding, we can get that fixed up for you.
Looks like Tuesday at 3.
Tuesday at 3 is his next opening.
Tuesday at 3.
We want to thank Spectrum Design for being our sponsor for the late model class this season, as they have done a fantastic job making this place look great, helping out with our signage here at the mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway. Want to talk about a great partner as well, that lady down there in that purple shirt, on the grind staff. She's doing a fantastic job. She helps us out here at the track by taking pictures, and you can follow her on her Facebook page, and she gets those updated very, very fast.
Yes, she does. That is quick.
And hey, I gotta tell you something. You have took one of our top media people, Nathan Warson. You have taken him and to Springfield. I have seen. You
we
robbed
have
them from us.
He is coming down and graced us at Springfield, and he took some of the fans by surprise, like he took me for a surprise out here. And his contact, his photography, the way he can fly a drone, and believe it or not, he was out there Tuesday night when the Hell Tour was down the road. And he told me, he's like, I was all I could to keep up with the leaders. My battery was toast.
Well, that's all fine and dandy. We love people that travel with you, Kitten, and feel free to do so. But they know, Nathan knows, Sean the Grind Staff knows, Thomas knows that their home track is Lebanon Midway Speedway, and they will always be here on Friday night.
I'm thinking about being here every Friday night.
I wouldn't have no problem with that. I'm sure the fans wouldn't either, and the ShowMeDirt.tv fans wouldn't either. It gets lonely up here when you're sitting next to that man over there, that Ronnie Williams, But see, hey, majority rules now, because right now it's 4 guys up here and 2 girls. So, yeah. The majority rules.
We win.
We win. Yeah.
As right now, Tim Petty trying to win heat race action. A little bit more debris on the speedway. They got that taken care of. They're going to go lights off.
There's somebody else supporting a sleeveless t-shirt. You know what I thought today as lights are going off? We should have a Kitten Blackburn night at the races where everybody wears sleeveless t-shirts.
I'm for it. I am for it. We'll get it on the books.
Put it on the schedule. It's very got a action-packed tight schedule, but the late models are packed tight here, and we're back underway with racing action as Tim Petty leads it down the front stretch.
Atkinson trying to go to the high side of the speedway through 1 and 2. Petty's still going to be right there. Ames is going to go around in turn number 2 and going to kind of stomp to the bottom of the speedway. As the 5 junior going around, going to bring out Joker Welding caution for the 5 junior of Noah Ames going around there in turn number 2.
Talking about the upcoming schedule here at the mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway on Friday, July the 1st. That is next Friday night. We're already in the month of July. It is our fireworks show. Adult admission will be $15 as we will have our fireworks during intermission, and $500 to win for the Midwest Modifieds so far right now. And on Friday, July the 8th will be our on-track autograph session here. And so feel free to join us throughout the rest of the season here at the mighty Midway Speedway, as Hope those that are watching online can come visit us in person here in Lebanon, Missouri off of Highway B. And we are underway with the Spectrum Design Late Model Heat Race number 1, as it's been Tim Petty out front, the 4A of Dustin Atkinson right there in second. The 5-0 Ames in third, but here comes Atkinson. He's taking it high and wide out of turn number 4, showing us the high side is there.
Petty going to shut the door out of the front stretch, but Atkinson going to try to do a little bit of high side hustling as they're going to go down the back chute. And a 3 and 4 down out of turn number 4. A 5 junior of Noah Ames going around, going to bring out the Joker Welding caution again. That's his second caution by himself. That'll end his heat racing action tonight. Turn number 2, we mentioned it earlier tonight. It's been a little tricky for some of our drivers.
Tricky.
As Atkinson moving to the high side of the speedway through 3 and 4.
You know, if Facebook didn't have that music, copyright stuff.
It's tricky.
Well, I would definitely play that. Or you could probably sing it.
I don't know all the words here.
As much beverages that you had tonight.
As much beverage? I've only had a quarter of my first drink tonight. I told you, that started Tuesday. You guys think I got an alcohol problem?
Here we go. As they discuss the alcohol, we're discussing late model racing. The 22 of Tim Petty out front. The 4 of Dustin Atkinson in second. As Petty is out front, as them two have been putting on a heck of a heat race here in heat race number 1. White flag is in the air.
Right now it's still Tim Petty. Atkinson trying to find a little bit higher groove right now. Petty going to drive away by about 3 car lengths into turn number 3. 3 and 4 for the final time. Atkinson to the rear bumper, not going to do it. Heat race number 1 going to go to Tim Petty, followed by Atkinson. All right, late model Spectrum Designs late model heat race number 2 going to come out of the track. And here's how they're going to line up. Starting on the pole in the 49, Tony Finchner. On his outside, the 74, Kyle Bates. And starting outside or inside row number 2, the 52 of Stephen Price.
You know, it's good to have Tony Fincher back with us here at the Mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway. He said he's going to try to make more appearances throughout the schedule. 74 of Kyle Bates, Stephen Price last week having some good runs there. Rookie drivers in those late models as we get ready for heat race number 2.
Green flag in the air. Fincher off to a little slow start. Here comes Pierce and Paints on the high side. Trying to get around a Pierce, going to bobble it. Here comes Fincher down back to the inside. Going to get that lead back, coming into turn number 3. Price right there. Bates nose to nose, coming out of turn number 4. Lap number 1's going to go to Fincher.
Fincher right there, your leader, but everybody else right there with him. Price in the 52. Here comes Bates in the 74. As we've got a 3-car race, and they're all up front battling closely together as Fincher leads them down the front stretch.
Fincher still your race leader right now. Throw a blanket over the top cars right now. Price right there in the 52, the orange spoiler down the back chute. And Bates trying to fill out the 74. Looks like he might have a little bit of a handling issue. The car seems to be a little all over the track as Fincher leads another one.
Fincher out front in that 49 machine. The 52 is Stephen Price in second. As here comes the 74 of Bates. Looks like he's getting the handle of that late model back there as he's trying to catch up to the 52. As it's still Fincher out front.
Got to keep an eye on the 52. He just smoked an infield tractor tire with the nose right there. See if that's going to cause any issues right now, though. Fincher coming out of 4 is Price going to try to go high on the speedway. Nothing doing it still. Fincher, your race leader.
Tony Fincher out front, but here comes Kyle Bates on the inside of Price. They're side by side for that second spot. Bates on the inside, Price on the outside. Price shoots up the track. Bates is right there. Fincher saying, race all you want, boys. I'm going to extend my lead.
Kyle Bates right there moving up to that second spot. A little bit of bumping and banging there between the 74 and 52 as they went through 3 and 4. But right now, Fincher coming through 4. Gonna see the one to go this time by.
One more time around. Fincher hitting his marks. Bates right there running out of time. But it looks like it is going to be the 49 of Fincher if he can finish it out here out of 4. Kyle Bates still gaining, but it's going to be the 49 of Tony Fincher getting the heat race win. Kyle Bates coming home second, and the 52 of Stephen Price coming home third. As that will wrap it up for our late model heat races as we move to the pure stocks, and this is going to be fun and exciting. A lot of pure stocks with us here tonight as we get ready here for the first heat race on the pole for this one. Out of Eldon, Missouri, it'll be the 88R of Robin Showers. On the outside, out of Long Lane, Missouri, it's going to be the 6 of Corey Henson. What about row number 2, Kitten? Hit it away.
Oh, number 2, starting on the inside, the station wagon, the L34 of James Reedus. On his outside, the 5M of Justin McDowell.
Let's talk about row number 3 on the inside for Lebanon, Missouri. He is on a roll right now. He won three features in a row, took 2 weeks off from Victory Lane. Now he's back in Victory Lane for 2 weeks. It's Tyler Knutson in the 8K, 42 of Levi Harris, 53 of Richard Burks, and the 12 of Greg Dykstra, as we're underway with racing action.
Oh, big trouble going around the 5M of McDowell, going to go around in front of the field and collect Levi Harris there in turn number 2.
Your point leader here at the track, Justin McDowell, having problems here early as he went around in the 42. Levi Harris had nowhere to go. Watch it here on the Midwest Sheet Metal as Justin McDowell took it 3 wide and too much for him. As they will work off their turn number 2 to 5 of Justin McDowell. So before the races, I was walking around the grandstand area, and if there's any single ladies in the house, there's 2 men at the top of the red bleachers there off of turn number 4, sitting on probably the middle of the red bleachers, as it is Friday night, and there's a man over there by Tracy that has a seat available next to him, and the McFarland Dating Services over there.
Open and ready for business.
Open and ready for business, as you can contact Kent Blackburn, as he also works there as an office assistant for Tracy. So feel free to contact Kent.
I start the screening process.
He will start the screening process. Then we'll call you in for an interview, and then we will let you go out with Tracy. I will say, though, Tracy is a diehard race car fan, and he goes to a track each and every night that he can. So if you like racing,
every Friday, every Saturday,
and Sunday, or if he can, he's everywhere. And so right now he has Bill sitting next to him. But so if you're looking for a friendly guy, give Tracy a call. Here comes Justin McDowell back out as the green flag is back in the air.
Man, Heat Dukes a hazard it back onto the speedway, and Showers going to go to an early race lead. Here comes Reedus down the front stretch, but here comes Knutson there as well. Down at a turn to turn number 3 comes your field. Reedus to the high side of the speedway. Showers going to slide up and block Knutson right there. It's a drag race for second. Oh, what an absolute dandy we have right now. Your top 3 cars. Here comes Knutson to the inside of Showers. Reedus right there running in third. Everyone going to the low side of the speedway. Showers going to slide up high. Knutson's making his run, but still going to go to Showers.
We hyped them up all night long, and they're showing us why we have, because Tyler Knutson is side by side with the 88R of Showers. Reedus right there in that 3rd spot, but it is Knutson and Showers side by side at the line. Too close to call.
Out of turn number 2, here comes, we got trouble on the front stretch. Corey Henson going to bring out the Joker Welding caution. Corey Henson going around right there.
We're got trouble for our track point leader. All right, so let's see. Can we get a replay there, Thomas, at the finish line of the that was really close. You got that, Thomas? No? Okay. All right. Well, he usually does. He's usually really good about it, but Thomas, you're slacking tonight, okay? He's been hypnotized.
Thomas, do you need some of my Sailor Jerry's?
Speaking of Sailor Jerry's, I hope you got that there at Macadoodles, because Macadoodles is a sponsor of our Pure Stock class, and they have some of the best selection there, but they're located in Osage Beach, Missouri, so I know that's a bit of a travel for you, but if you're in the area, Macadoodles is the place to go.
I did go through there today.
Did you see Macadoodles?
I did.
Yeah.
I ended up having to come through Osage Beach today for work. So if there's a Macadoodles within an arm's reach of me, and, well, Shane, you know how long my arms are, I'm pretty much going to stop in. I'm really making it sound like I have a drinking problem.
Well, not really, but you know, if you have any problems, it'll be taken care of because you're here with me, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'll take care of you. If not, Tracy will take care of you.
I don't know if I want to go back to his house tonight, though.
What a great view right there as the cars are coming off of turn number 4. Here we go. This is going to be exciting right here as Robin Showers is your leader. That was really, really close to calling out the line. 8K to Tyler Knutson on the inside there of row number 2. And the station wagon, the grocery getter, the 34, James Reedus, is on the outside there. As here we go, lights are off.
Getting ready to go back. Green flag race in action. Green flag's back in the air. Here comes Showers. Reedus got off to a great restart there on the high side. The station wagon going to fly through 1 and 2 on the high side. Going to bring Knutson with him. Down into turn number 3 and 4. James Reedus on the low side of the speedway. Here comes Knutson. 1 and 2 across the line.
The prices of groceries is rising at the grocery stores, but that's not stopping the 34 of James Reedus as he is out front trying to stop that 8K of Tyler Knutson. But Tyler Knutson giving a run for the money. He's going to get there to get that last carton of milk.
Right now, Reedus wants to take us all to the drive-in theater later on tonight. Down the back chute, though, Knutson said, hey, I want in on this action, too. Showers sitting right there in the third spot. Going to let those two guys duke it out, and hopefully there's going to be an incident that he can jump all over right now, though. But here comes Burks with a bunch of cars right behind him.
Talked to Tyler before the races and said, Tyler, there's a lot of drivers here looking to end your winning streak, as he has 5 feature wins this season. But the 34, James Reedus, he is the national point leader in the Power I Pure Stocks in the national point standings. He is making the 8K of Tyler Knutson a run for his money, as Reedus will lead him out of 4, and he will get the win. The 34, James Reedus, opening night feature winner, getting the heat race win. The 8K of Tyler Knutson coming home second. The 88R, Robin Showers, coming home third.
As we get ready for some Power I Pure Stock Heat Race action, number 2 on the docket tonight. Here's how they're going to line up. Starting on the pole in the 14, Jonathan Finley. On his outside, the 21, Carson Groniger. Row number 2, starting on the inside, will be the 17 of Austin Wilson. On his outside, the 6 ER of Jeff Hilton. Row number 3, starting on the inside, will be the 32 of Richard Adams. On his outside, the 47A of Jack Wood. Row number 4, starting on the inside, will be the 5 of Jacob White. On his outside, the 26 of Preston McDowell. 8 laps gonna be your racing distance. Looking to go green flag racing action. It's been nonstop, hammer down, slide job all over the track tonight. Beautiful racetrack, beautiful night in the Ozarks for racing. Green flags in the air. Heat race number 2 coming at you in turn number 1.
Jonathan Finley racing there with Austin Wilson. Carson Groninger taking up 3 wide as they come out of turn number 2. It is Austin Wilson. He was fast last week. He said he didn't touch the car, and that has shown tonight as he will come out of 4. He will probably take lap number 1. Here comes the 32 of Richard Adams, though. He jumps up to that second spot.
Richard Adams moving up to the second spot from row number 3 right now. They're 3 wide. Towards the back of the pack right now is along almost 4 wide. My goodness, how many lanes does this track have tonight? At a turn number 4, though, it's still going to be the 17 of Austin Wilson.
What about the 5 of Jacob White? Coming home from the inside of row number 4 to 7th starting spot. He is up the 3rd, but here comes Adams on the inside of Wilson. They're side by side. Adams shoots up the track. Wilson loses momentum. Here comes Jacob White. We got 3 cars now up front.
Well, we got the 3-car battle up front. We got slicing and dicing and not very nice in the back of the field. Down the back chute, though, here comes Richard Adams, your race leader right now, the 5. Jacob White right there in the 17 of Austin Wilson coming out of turn number 4. Adams is going to get another one in the books.
Stick around for the feature for this one. It is going to be a barn burner here tonight, but Adams loses momentum off of turn number 2. Jacob White now on the inside. They're side by side, and Adams right there really good in turn number 4, but here comes Jacob White.
Jacob White there in the 5 trying another high side run here through 1 and 2. Got some good momentum down the back chute. Here comes the 5 in the 3 and 4. There's racing in every spot you look. Groninger and Wood going to battle it out 3 wide out of 4. There's racing everywhere you look. I don't know where to look, Shane.
This is worth the price of admission right here, because we got racing all over the track. I can't believe Thomas is keeping up, but right now we're watching for that race there for that 4th spot between the 21 of Carson Groninger there and the 26 of Preston McDowell, but our leaders are getting the white flag. Richard Adams is out front. Jacob White is running out of time as he goes down the backstretch.
Coming into turn number 3 for the final time for the pure stock style out of turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air for the 32 of Richard Adams. Jacob White and Austin Wilson going to be your top 3.
The Macadoodles Power Ride Pure Stocks, both heat races. Woo! We've got a stacked field tonight all the way from the front row to the back row of our feature.
With $500.
With $500, thanks to all the great sponsors that have added money for tonight's racing action. As Eagle Machine steps up and makes it $500 to win for the Pure Stocks tonight. But we're getting ready for the J2 Cars USRA B Mods, and it has been announced that the man that has been the beat this season, the 65 of Chris Jackson, he's not on hand tonight as we get ready for heat race number 1.
Starting on the pole, the number 9, Sam Petty. On his outside, the 15H of Jeremy Hazel. Row number 2 on the inside with the F1 of Mitchell Franklin. On his outside, the 39 of Dwight Brown. Row number 3 on the inside will be the 71C of Cody Crabtree. On his outside, the 24 of Jerry Ellis.
Green flag is in the air. Sam Petty out front. Here comes the 24 of Ellis. He's right there as well. The 15H of Jeremy Hazel. Good to have him back with us. He's sitting in that 3rd spot, but it is Petty and Franklin out front. Franklin claimed the bounty a couple weeks ago, but right now he's running 2nd.
Oh, Petty had to get on the brakes a little bit. Here comes Franklin down the back chute. Side by side, Petty going to be on the low side of the speedway through 3 and 4. Mitchell Franklin going through the middle lane on the throttle to the race lead.
Mitchell Franklin out front, Sam Petty right there in 2nd, the 15H of Jeremy Hazel in 3rd. Franklin has been the only driver that has beat Chris Jackson this season as Mitchell Franklin with 2 feature wins so far this season. Here comes the 39 of the white brown. He makes his way onto the track. A couple laps down, but the F1 of Mitchell Franklin is out front, extending his lead on the 9 of Sam Petty.
Mitchell Franklin right now in total control. Sam Petty, Jeremy Hazel going to be your top 3 as Crabtree and Ellis right now battling. Coming up right here comes Ellis to the inside of Crabtree out of turn number 2 as they get ready to start battling as Franklin going to cross the line again.
It is still Mitchell Franklin out front. The 9 of Sam Petty in second. 15H of Jeremy Hazel in third. But it is Franklin. The Franklin Show. Out of Camdenton, Missouri, out front, your leader.
Mitchell Franklin down the back chute all by himself like the chess club president on prom night. Going in through turn number 3. Watch how smooth he comes out of turn number 4. 1 to go for the F1.
One more time around the mighty Midway Speedway for F1 of Mitchell Franklin. A couple weeks ago, he claimed $1,065 on the bounty on Chris Jackson. Chris Jackson's not on hand as Mitchell Franklin takes heat race number 1. Sam Petty coming home second, 15H of Jeremy Hazel coming home third. As Mitchell Franklin will add to his heat race tallies, as that will be 5 heat race wins for him this season. Get ready now for heat race number 2 on the pole for this one out of Crocker, Missouri. Has joined us late here in the season and has had some good runs. That is the 18H of Justin Newman on his outside. Lebanon, Missouri's Jay Flynn right here looking for a good run tonight. On the inside out of Stoutland, Missouri, going to have these drivers back with us. That is the 55 of Luke Gideon. And on his outside, another driver we have back with us. That's Lebanon, Missouri's Donnie Jackson in the 42J. In row number 3 out of Marshfield, Missouri. Good to have the 216 of Philip Jackson back with us, as well as the green flag is in the air for the J2 Cars USRA Beamon heat race number 2.
Newman onto a good start. Here comes the 6 of Jay Flynn and Luke Gideon down the back chute. They're going to silhouette each other for that second spot. Chalking and jiving into turn 3 and 4. Good out of turn number 4, lap number 1. Going to go to the 18H though, Justin Newman.
Justin Newman out front, the 6 of Jay Flynn in second, the 55 though of Luke Gideon on the inside of Flynn. They're side by side there for that second spot. Flynn running the middle upper groove of the track, but it is 18 of Justin Newman out front.
Right now, though, that battle for second, third, and fourth as Donnie Jackson sticking his nose in the back of Gideon said, hey, I'm right here, bud. You better get on the throttle. Here, Flynn on the high side, Gideon on the low side. So is Jackson. 3 cars battling for that second spot right now.
Those watching on our Facebook Live, looking, we're still in heat race action here at the Mighty Midway Speedway. If you're in the area, come on out to the Mighty Midway Speedway, as we will have an intermission right after this heat race and our feature racing action after this. But it is the 18 of Justin Newman out front taking care of business as Donnie Jackson and Jay Flynn side by side for that second spot.
Donnie Jackson trying to get 2 cars in 1 lap coming out of turn number 4. The 42 is on a rail. Flynn's going to hold on, though. That battle for second. Donnie Jackson found something there in that 42 machine. As Newman's checking out down the back chute into turn number 3, you're racing to the battle for second. Flynn has had his hands full all night long, and he is not going to give up quite yet.
2 more laps to go, and it is the hometown boys battling there for that second spot. The 42 of Donnie Jackson, the 6 of Jay Flynn on the outside, side by side. Here we go, the third, the 18 of Justin Newman right there. White flag is in the air. One more time around.
Oh, Jackson going to shut the door on Flynn. Flynn going to drive it back up underneath him. Nothing doing. Right now, though, Newman coming in through 3 and 4 for his final time. Donnie Jackson found something here late in heat race action as Newman takes the checker. Jackson second, Flynn third.
Justin Newman getting it done. That is his second heat race win of the season for him. And that will wrap it up. And a reminder for our open modified divisions here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway: if you win a heat race, then the following week, your pit pass is paid for. And it looks like, hey, they fixed the 00 of Harris. So he's going to hot lap here. Reminder for all you fans, Kitten, we'll be right there with them after the race in action. We will open that grandstand gate down there below the flag stand, and you will get a chance to walk around the track and go visit with the drivers over in the pit area. Our staging man over there in turn number 3 with his sleeves, t-shirt.
Oh, he's
ready to
dancing.
Go.
He's dancing.
He doesn't want to show the guns. But we're ready. You know, I like this sleeveless t-shirt stuff. I'd be all in if you got polos. I'd support you.
You just got to cut it a little higher.
That's one thing. Yeah, that's probably what I need to do. Yeah, I need.
You got to have full shoulder mobility.
Yeah, full shoulder mobility. So it also, we mentioned this before, but for those that don't know, Kitten also has a thing on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Behind the Wheel, so make sure you check him out there.
Got some new interviews this week.
Yeah, Bobby Pierce, the smooth operator. Look at you.
Bobby Pierce, the Aussie Kai Blight, who's running with the Hell Tour, and also Preston Freeman running the Hell Tour out of Coos Bay, Oregon.
And a guy from Australia. You remember his name?
Kai Blight.
Okay, there.
Kai Blight. His favorite animal is kangaroos, and he wants to own a koala.
Next time you're down here at Midway, you'll have to get some of our drivers. They really appreciate that.
I've been trying to get some of them, but something always happens.
All right, here we go. It is time for the Ozark Sporting Goods PowerEye Superstock feature. Added money here tonight. This is how they will come out on the pull out of Russellville, Missouri. It's going to be the 27D of Derek Henson on his outside. Currently your track point leader out of Rose Springs, Missouri. It's going to be the 56 of Mark Davis.
Row number 2, starting on the inside, will be the 05 of Dale Berry. On his outside of the 164, Michael Muskrat.
Starting in row number 3 on the inside from Phillipsburg, Missouri, it's going to be a 32 of Jim Button. And on his outside from Creighton, Missouri, it's going to be the G1 of Nick Gibson.
Row number 4 on the inside is going to be the Wild Child, Joshua Lewis. On his outside, the 8 of Tanner Woody. Feature racing going to kick off right about now. Looking for the green flag, Keith. The flagman going to do his jig, and here they come.
It's feature time here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway. Derek Henson out front, lead them off. Here comes the 56 on Mark Davis right there in second. We got problems in turn number 2. Oh, Jim Button tried to continue on, but the Joker welding caution flag is coming out.
Tough start right there for the 32 of Jim Button.
Yeah, he took a couple of weeks off, and then he's back with us, and it looks like there is the front bumper of the 7 of Josh Lewis right there behind.
Look at the nose of Josh Lewis.
Yeah, the Wild Child has some problems there.
You're going for, he just split the front bumper. Look at that thing.
He's got wings now. He is a wing superstar.
It's got devil horns.
Don't also want to thank Joker Welding. Joker Welding, a local welding shop here in Clayton County. They do everything from portable welding all the way to take it to him in the shop. He also has a supply store as well. You can get wire, helmet hoods, welding fuel right there at Joker Welding. Give them a call at 417-991-WELD. As the Wild Child Josh Lewis making a stop there in turn number 3. Also want to thank Ozark Sporting Goods for sponsoring the Super Stocks. Ozark Sporting Goods, a hunting store right off of Interstate 44 in the old Harley Davidson building, you know. They got ammo, guns, they got everything you can think of, classic cars as well. You can't miss it. Big log cabin front in the Ozark Sporting Goods with their new location. As we are supporting our own Ozark Sporting Goods up here with some guns up here, right?
Definitely a ticket to the gun show up here, and it's funny. So everyone thinks my shirt's a NASCAR logo, but if you read it, it says "Lift Hard."
I've seen that.
It's one of my training shirts.
Yeah, Kitten is also a body builder, lifter.
Power lifter.
Power lifter.
I don't have enough abs to be a bodybuilder.
Body figure. You're trying, yeah, you know.
But I'm getting ready to retire from competitive powerlifting and go into competitive strongman.
Competitive strongman? What's that?
So, you know the guys, you know, on Christmas Day when you just be on something on ESPN and they carry the big stones and flip the
Mark
tires?
Henry.
Mark Henry.
Yeah, I remember Mark Henry.
Eddie Hall, Brian Shaw, guys like that. I'm getting ready to step into that world as my gym is fully outfitted for all the Atlas stones and everything.
So you like carry those big old stone, like rocks, you know, and like all that great stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to dive into, and it's going to be a whole new world for me after being Robert Oberst. Yeah, I heard Robert Oberst. Oh man, he's a really. I actually got to meet him a few years back. Real nice guy. So, if those of you big into the strongman world, Springfield actually has quite a few strongman.
So, when that kicks off, if you're looking for a manager, I'd love to be your manager, you know.
I might need a manager for behind the wheel at this point.
Like, hit me up, you know. Hit me up. You could also do interviews for strongman.
I'm actually getting ready to do some emceeing or announcing for
That'd be cool. Here we go. As we're going to get back underway, racing action here. Green flag is in the air. Derek Henson out front early with the lead. The 56 of Mark Davis right there in second. Dale Berry battled with the national point leader, 164 of Michael Muskrat. They're side by side. We got Nick Gibson down there battling with Josh Lewis, but it is all Derek Henson out front in the 27. Mark Davis in second. The 164 of Michael Muskrat in third. Down the backstretch they go. Henson will lead them in turns 3 and 4.
Here comes Henson out of turn number 4. Gonna get a lap in the books. Davis with the Muskrat. Gibson, Berry gonna be your top 5 on the speedway. Berry going to the high side. Gibson gonna shut the door, nothing to it. The wild child though, Joshua Lewis, got a little aerodynamic still going on. He's got the devil horns on the front end of the 7. Is Henson gonna lead another one?
Derek Henson out front got no heat race win in heat race number 1. Mark Davis in the 56. Heat race number 2 winner. They're the top 2. The 164 Michael Muskrat right there in third. But a great battle back there for 4th as the Joker welding caution flag comes back out for the 8.
Tanner Woody going around there in turn number 2.
Tanner Woody out of Rolla, Missouri. Good to have him with us here tonight. Nice looking car right there.
I like the font of the number there.
Yeah. I bet our scorers like the font of the number as well.
Yeah, they can see it. I know it's appreciative to me and you up here when the numbers are legible.
I have done go-kart racing announcing before, and that is hard to do, especially with the numbers. So I like big stock cars with big, broad, bold numbers so you can see, because I already got bad eyesight anyway. So 3 laps in for the Ozark Sporting Goods Power Eye Super Stocks. Henson right now still your leader out front.
Henson gonna lead him down the backstretch, looking for green flag racing action. Coming out of turn number 4, green flag back in the air. Davis and Muskrat gonna just drag race into 1 and 2. Oh, a battle gonna be starting to brew up here. Here comes Gibson in the 1. Down the backstretch, gonna be side by side with Berry. They're gonna make it almost 3 wide with Davis coming out of 4.
Henson out front. Michael Muskrat getting that 164 machine hooked up there, but too much for Davis. He goes around by himself. Where is it at, Kitten?
Tricky turn 2.
Tricky turn 2 and turn number 2, and the caution flag waves. As we have had 9 races this season, 9 rounds for the Chase for the Championship, 5 different winners. We watch it here on the Midwest Sheet Metal Instant Replay, and the 56 going around by himself.
This is going to switch things up. Here's Davis, who's been on an absolute tear here at Midway. Going to tag to the rear of the field. He's got a fast car every night here. How fast can he get back towards the front? Because Barry in that 05 was just waiting for an opportunity to get around him, and that one helped.
You know, and what's also interesting is the majority of this track is still pretty tacky, but there's just a few streaks of that dry slick stuff, and I think that's what those drivers are hitting.
Yeah, we've talked about it throughout the night of our broadcast. Turn number 2 has been the bane of many of our drivers here tonight as we get ready to go back to green flag action.
This 27 of Derek Henson will sail away out of turn number 4 and lead him down the front stretch as the Sailor Jerry bottle is empty, but the 27 of Derek Henson has a whole bunch of left in that 27 machine.
Oh, here comes the 05 Dale Barry. Worked his way up through the field here, battling side by side with Muskrat. Muskrat going to be sitting in the second spot, Barry third. But here comes Joshua Lewis.
The Wingmaster flapping in the wind, side by side. Gibson and Lewis, but look at the battle there for second between Barry and Muskrat. Dale Barry has had a problem with the car. It looks like he's getting that thing figured out. Wasn't with us last week, but he's on hand. Oh, they're hooked up.
Oh, they're hooked up.
Oh, they got one loose. That slowed Barry down.
But that said, Henson said, see you later. That was weird. It's like 2 football players getting their face masks stuck together. As right now, Henson is just by himself like the chess club president on prom night.
Muskrat and Barry hooking up like Tracy wanting to hook up with a girl tonight.
Ayo! Oh, Henson going into turn number 3. Coming out of turn number 4. Laps are ticking down now as Barry has moved up to a commanding number 2 spot.
27 of Derek Henson out front. Michael Muskrat, Dale Barry still battling there for that second spot, side by side. But once again, we talk about it when Muskrat and Barry hooked up, that slowed Barry's momentum down. And that right side rear quarter panel, the sheet metal, is pretty damaged there. But Muskrat now jumps up in front of Barry as it's still Derek Henson out front.
Derek Henson just running away with this one. Got around the 8 of Tanner Woody there. The first car to go a lap down tonight as Muskrat gonna battle back around the outside of Barry. Gonna get that second spot. Barry gonna start smoking again. Gonna clear the mosquitoes out as Barry going straight off the speedway and just popped the right rear.
Well, I was talking about that right rear quarter panel. You can see the damage there is, it was probably rubbing against that right rear.
Good job by the pit crew for Dale Barry getting him back here on the speedway. Good job by the crew there and everyone else that helped out right there to get the 05 back out here. It has been a solid run here for the 05 tonight. Tough break for him, and they got that sheet metal pulled off too.
Yeah, that guy down there in that Napa hat, he has been on fire all night long, supporting those drivers. Here we go. Look at him. He's still in 1 to go. Lights are going off. Keith Foreman, the flagman, doing his dance and moves. And here we go. We're back underway with racing action. And oh no.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Whoa.
Tandem swimming.
That was like synchronizing swimming, you
Yeah,
know?
the synchronized diving.
Diving. As the here we go. Midwest Sheet Metal Instant Replay. Watch it right here. And yeah, that 56 looked like he might have helped that 164 a little bit.
I just think the 164 made the heart right off the speedway.
And then poor Dell, his team did all that work for him to get back on the track, and he's already caught up and stuff. But here we go, watch it here again on the instant replay. But you know what? These next few weeks, there might be a guy over there in the pit area that might be helping these race teams out. His name is Buck. And
Yeah.
Buck from Missouri Public Hunters, he's going to be here.
Oh, Bucket, you can't miss him. That smile is unforgettable.
And you know, Buck doesn't have to worry about the game board no more because,
Well, he was in a coffin.
yeah, that was bad. That was sad.
It was sad. But he said, don't worry, there's like 12 people here.
Yeah. But you know, Buck still has I forget their names, the Japanese dude and the Russian. I forget.
Victor.
Victor, yeah, Victor is his name. See, Candy was cutting Victor's hair the other night, and that's how Buck got the date to come out to the Mighty Midway through Candy.
But I'm telling you, Candy was on the fence about that until he said Midway Speedway.
He was. And when he said Midway Speedway, Candy knows that's the place to be on a Friday night.
And she flat out agreed quicker than I said that I could say I'd go racing too. So
Yeah.
I'd take old Buck on a date to go to the races.
And they could probably go get a photo shoot from Shonda down there after the races. So once again, keep your eye out for Buck these next couple of weeks. But keep your eye on that 27 machine of Derek Henson. He has been the man to beat this feature. That one of Nick Gibson sitting there in that second spot. Here we go. Once again, we appreciate everybody watching on ShowMeDirt.tv. My buddy Kitten here, he has been on TV all week long this week.
Sure feels like it.
You're getting to be the real deal.
Was working with Dirt Vision Tuesday night. Got to announce the Summer National Open Late Model Hell Tour.
You're getting to be the real deal with the wheel behind the wheel.
That just sounds like a long hashtag.
Here we go. Derek Henson will lead him out of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air.
Derek Henson going to lead him down. Gibson right to the back bumper, going to slide up the speedway. Nothing doing. Henson right now, smooth, calm, cool, and collected into 3 and 4. Got a couple laps to go, but it's all been the Henson Show.
Can't laugh at the 7th of Josh Lewis. Like, man, he is trying his best to at least finish this race with the wings at the front, but it is Derek Henson out front. He will come out of 4. He will get the white flag in the air one more time around for him.
Here comes Davis, though, up to that second spot. As Henson going to go down the back stretch for the final time. Going into turn number 3. Coming out of turn number 4, checkered flag in the air. Derek Henson in a drag race for second. Gonna go to Mark Davis. Oh, we got a
wow. Some after race action here. We're getting a little bit of excitement here. If you're going to do something, do it on the track, right? But the 27 of Derek Henson, he becomes our 6th different feature winner this season in our Ozark Sporting Goods Power Eye Super Stocks, as he will make his way to the Remax Next Generation Victory Lane. Right underneath Old Glory there. Once again, adding money for our super stocks tonight. We appreciate them. As the family and the crew making their way to join them as well. That's what I love, is to see the family and come out and support the drivers. You know, there's no better place to be than at a dirt track. All areas are taken care of.
Yeah, hey, race fans, don't forget after tonight's race in action, you young race fans, tell mom and dad, I want to go pit side. I want to see these bad, fast cars up close and in person, because the pits are going to be open for you young race fans and you young at heart race fans.
And Joe will be over there to make sure no cars come on the track. And you guys will be able to go across and go over there in the pit area.
Yeah, that's one thing we talked about this week, wanting to make sure you race fans get the opportunity to get across so you can get down there and see these race teams.
Sparky, that means you. I guess you can be a kid too, and you can go down there. We're getting ready for the Norris Logging Midwest Modified feature. On the pole for this one, ladies and gentlemen, out of Springfield, Missouri, celebrated a birthday on the 21st. It'll be the 6T of Austin Treadway. On his outside, he was last week's feature winner, the 33 of Steve Muhlenberg out of Sparta, Missouri.
Row number 2, starting on the inside, will be Colt 45. The 45 of Colt Cheevers. On his outside, the 28 of Wesley Briggs.
Row number 3 on the inside, he is currently your POWRi Midwest Modified National Point Leader and currently your track point leader. That is the 64 of Pete Richardson out of Springfield, Missouri. On his outside from Lebanon, Missouri, it's going to be the 32 of Joe Francis.
Row number 4, starting on the inside, will be the 15R of Oakley Ragland. On his outside, the 05 Cheyenne Bowman.
Did you hear the Oakley Ragland fan base down there?
They are down there.
They are down there for sure. Starting on inside of row number 5 out of Edwards, Missouri. That's the 41 of Paul Scott. And on his outside from Lebanon, Missouri, it's the 25 of Billy Jones.
Row number 6, starting on the inside, will be the 4 of Caleb Rhodes. On his outside, the 43 of Jamie Petty.
Row number 7 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri. It's going to be the 87 of Aaron Odell. And on the outside from Lebanon, Missouri as well, it's going to be the 42 of Trevor Elliotson.
Row number 8, starting on the inside, will be the 5H of Austin Huntley. On his outside, the 7C of Derek Cook.
And starting shotgun down there by himself, that'll be the 6 of Jeremiah Fincher out of Lebanon, Missouri. Looks like not making the call. Here we go. Lights are going off. Oh, there is Jeremiah Fincher. He was in the blind spot there. I couldn't see him. Watch this. Is there any Oakley Ragland fans in the house? Hear that?
I found him.
Found him.
Found him. I
that.
see you looking.
Here we go. Lights are off. Oh, we're going to get... Oh, no.
Easy, boys.
Horse-braided flagman down there. Didn't like that start.
I didn't like the start.
I didn't like it either because the pole setter's supposed to, the guy on the pole is supposed to start the race. I know Steve Muhlenberg has won a lot of races so far this season, 3 races. But the birthday boy, the 6T of Austin Treadway, starts the race.
Lot of bent sheet metal right there, so we're going to have to watch some tires.
And our Napa Auto Parts guy down there, he has his hat backwards like us. He's getting them the one to go. Lights are going off. Here we go. When we get the green flag this time, we do. We're underway for the Norris Logging POWRi Midwest Modified feature. Austin Treadway will lead them down into turns 1 and 2. Here comes the Colt 45 of Colt Cheevers. 3 wide out of 2 almost as Colt Cheevers leads them into turns 3 and 4. Steve Muhlenberg right there in second. Here comes Pete Richardson as Colt Cheevers takes lap number 1.
Cole Cheevers right now got her set on Kill Muhlenberg right behind him. Peter Richardson up to that 3rd spot. Treadway shuffled all the way back to 4th in 1 lap. These cars are hooked up and ready to go. If you look back in the middle of the pack, Smoking Joe Francis working the high side of the speedway.
Here we go, Oakley Ragland right there, moving up in that top 5 spot. But right now it's the 45 of Cole Cheevers out front, the 33 of Steve Muhlenberg in 2nd, and the 64 Pete Richardson now in 3rd.
Oakley Ragland right there going to battle it out with Treadway as Joe Francis goes around both of those drivers. Oh, Ellingson going around in turn 1. Going to bring out Joker Welding Caution. Look at the Midwest Sheet Metal instant replay right here as they come into turn number 1. The 42 there, Ellingson just going to spin kind of by himself.
So caution flag coming out once again. Watch it here on the instant replay, sponsored by Midwest Sheet Metal. And right there's the 42, and once again, it's too much. As the track grabbed the 42 and spun him around. Want to thank Collins Property Management Group, LLC. Added some money to the Midwest Modifieds. We appreciate them as they are services include full management and lease-only single-family homes, townhouse, duplexes, as well as apartments. So we appreciate Collins Property Management. And also Eagle Machine, I believe they also put some money into the Midwest Modified. So appreciate Eagle Machine. And Norris Logging, the sponsor of the Midwest Modifieds this season. If you're needing some trees cut down or anything like that, consider Norris Logging a family-owned, operated business specializing in harvesting and marketing hardwood timber. So it looks like the 33 of Steve Muhlenberg is choosing the inside lane. The 64 of Pete Richardson will be on the outside. Colt Cheevers, the 45, will be by himself. As this season it has been Pete Richardson, Steve Muhlenberg getting feature wins. Tritt Wynn, the 15, not on hand with us tonight. He got a feature win earlier, but 3 feature winners in 9 races, and the green flag is back out.
Joe Francis working his way up through the field right now, but Colt Cheevers still your race leader. As an absolute cannon down the back stretch, trying to pull away from the field, but here comes Smokin' Joe on the high side of the speedway out of 3 and 4. Gets in the back bumper, the 64 Richardson.
Smokin' Joe was fast last week, and look at him. He's got that top side figured out. He jumps up there to that 4th spot. As it's still Cheevers out front, the 33 of Muhlenberg in 2nd, the 64 of Pete Richardson in 3rd. But Joe Francis up there on that high side.
Right now, though, it's all Colt Cheevers. Cow! Got one going around the 43 of Jamie Petty going around in the middle of 1 and 2.
Tricky turn 2. Tricky turn 2, getting a lot of drivers tonight.
This is going to bring out the Joker Welding Caution.
Oh no, the
beer garden sign looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Lights are off, though. Look to go back. Green flag racing here at the Midway Speedway. Green back in the air. Here comes Colt Cheevers, going to lead him down. That car is fast tonight.
Colt Cheevers, as he is out front, the 45, good to have him back with us, but the 32, Smokin' Joe Francis right there behind Pete Richardson in a 64 machine.
Oh, lots of contact. Good.
What about Cheyenne Bauman in the 05? Look at her. She's having a good run there. Our rookie drivers there, the 15 of Oakley Ragland and the 05 of Cheyenne Bauman right there, having some good runs.
She's trying to work in the top side of the speedway as well. Look at her go. Oh, man. almost turn 2, almost got her. I'm just not going to talk about that anymore, as Colt Cheever's going to come across the strike yet again, who's your race leader.
Colt Cheever's heat race winner, heat race number 3, is out front. That car looking sharp, hitting each and every spot. As if he was leaving a line behind him, it would pretty much match lap after lap, because he's pretty much hitting the same spots and having the same consistent times as he's gaining the big lead there from the 33 of Steve Muhlenberg.
Right now, the battle's going to be for second. Richardson trying to find a way around the 33 of Muhlenberg. Joe Francis has kind of settled in on the low side of the speedway, but back further in the pack, you got almost 3 wide racing. Everyone's trying to use the high line as the tractor tire going high off the speedway.
Oh, I thought it was going to roll back down to its spot. Lights are off. We're going to go racing next time. We've got 5 more laps to go in this one. And green flag is in the air.
Colt Cheever's going to lead him down into 1 and 2. Muhlenberg, Richardson right behind him as Muhlenberg got a good jump. Richardson trying to get down. Ooh, almost hit a light pole somewhere down there. As
that 42 is having some trouble there in 1 and 2. He's not liking those turns.
Oh, Colt Cheever's right now. Muhlenberg, Richardson, and Joe Francis, your top 4.
What about the 15? He's going to jump up to that top 5 spot, but here comes Rhodes back there. They're slicing the dice and trading places back there for a top 5 spot.
That top side of the speedway, need a few more drivers to hop up there. It is working if we could get a couple more drivers to want to go up there.
Here comes Cheyenne Bauman. They're having a good run as well. Good race there in the middle of the pack, but 2 more laps to go for the 45 of Colt Cheevers.
Colt 45, he's been in control from the drop of the hammer tonight. Oakley Ragland got the door slammed on him. He had to get off the throttle there as he's going to make contact with Petty, and Ragland's going to go around in 2.
Caution coming out. Young man can't catch a break.
He got off the throttle on the front stretch.
Appreciate our safety team for each and every Friday night being here on hand with us. Making sure the drivers stay safe throughout the night. Hopefully you guys have stayed safe, fans in the stands. It's going to be a hot one this weekend. Hope you guys take care of yourselves and stay cool. As lights will be going off at the line. We'll see if Steve Muhlenberg has anything for the 45 of Colt Cheevers, the 64. Pete Richardson sitting there in that 3rd spot, or the 32, Joe Francis in 4th. Here we go, lights are off.
All right, going to be a 2-lap shootout. Colt Cheevers on the race lead. Looking for the green flag, and here they come down the front stretch.
45 of Colt Cheevers out front. Here we go in the turns 3 and 4. Cheevers is going to put it on 3 tires. White flag is in the air one more time around.
And to 1 and 2 down the back stretch. Here comes Colt Cheevers. Coming in at turn number 3 for the final time. At a turn number 4, looking for the checkered flag, Colt Cheevers.
Colt Cheevers, the 45. Getting it done, as that will be our 4th different feature winner this season. 45 of Colt Cheevers, winner in heat race number 3, and got the feature win tonight. He will make his way to the Remax Next Generation Victory Lane. Want to thank Triad Roofing and Urbana Stockyards for the added money. Appreciate them. for the next class they put on for the stock cars. We appreciate Collins Property Management Group for the added money for the Midwest Modifieds. We get ready for the USRA stock car feature. 45 Colt Cheevers is down there taking off his safety equipment there. Out of the car, there he is, your Midwest Modified feature winner, the 45 Colt Cheevers. Let's get ready now for the USRA stock car feature. On the pole for this one, out of Lake Ozark, Missouri, it's going to be the 85H of Mike Hellman. On his outside from Urbana, Missouri, it is going to be the 0 of Mason Beck.
Row number 2 on the inside is going to be the 541 of Rob White. On his outside, the 12 of Christopher Sawyer.
Row number 3 on the inside from Fairplain, Missouri, it's going to be a 35Z. Zach Zigan. On his outside from Webber, Missouri, it's going to be the 41 of Brian White.
Row number 4, starting on the inside, is going to be the 21P of Darren Phillips. On his outside, the 23 of Mark Simon.
Row number 5 on the inside from Canton, Missouri, it's going to be the 50 of Daryl Hurt. On his outside from Richland, Missouri, it's going to be the 83 of James Ellis. Good to have the stock cars back with us here tonight at the Lebanon Midway Speedway. 1,000 to win thanks to Triad Roofing at Urbana Stockyards and Eagle Machines. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. We're underway for the USRA stock car feature.
Down into 1 and 2. Helming going to lead them, and here comes back. Nothing to it for him as he's going to silhouette with 541 Rob White down the backstretch with Sawyer right there with them. Oh, they're going to accordion through 3 and 4, bumping and banging. Hellman's going to lead lap 1.
Hellman, White right there, side by side. White down the inside of Hellman. Down the backstretch they go. We got troubles in turn number 1 and 2. Great job there by that 35 to keep it going. And he's going to come to us. Caution coming out.
He tried. The Joker welding caution going to come out there. Zach Zigan going around there in 1 and 2. He tried to keep it going, just couldn't get back on the throttle quick enough. "20 laps is their distance tonight.
So the 85 of Mike Hellman right now scored your leader on that lap out front. That first lap, as the lineup is good, as the 5 of Rob White will have the choice between the bottom or the top. He will choose the inside lane. The hypnotist of the 0 Mason Beck on the outside.
I like that. The hypnotist.
The hypnotist.
I like that.
Here we go. Lights are off.
Green flag back in the air. Down the front stretch they're going to go. But the 21P Darren Phillips did not find the throttle.
And the Joker welding caution coming out for the 21P of Darren Phillips.
Gonna have a flat left rear on that one.
So still 1 lap in. We got the 2-shot look there on ShowMeDirt.tv. Great view of the cars coming down the front stretch here. 85 of Mike Hillman, still your leader. The 5 of Rob White. In that inside lane there, the hypnotist of Mason Beck on the outside in the 0. Got the 12 of Christopher Sawyers on the inside of row number 3. And Brian White on the outside in the 41 machine.
Racing action's been so good tonight, Shane. Every time we get a caution, I got to take as many breaths as I can just to try to fill my big old body here with oxygen.
Yeah. It makes it so much easier when you're here with us, as your racing is not done for the weekend. You got to go to work tomorrow night, but best of luck to you and Springfield, Missouri, Springfield Raceway. Very blessed to have you as the voice of the track down up there or down there, or sideways there, or whichever way that is.
Okay. I think it's like diagonal.
Diagonal.
Just crossing the state. Crossing the state. That's one of the things we're blessed with out here in this corner of the state. There are so many racetracks in the area that spread the racing out throughout the weekend. You can go racing Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night and have great racing anywhere in the area.
Especially in this area, you know, like in the Ozarks area, we're very blessed. There's some states that don't even have a racetrack, and we're blessed to have as many as we do here in the Ozarks and in the state of Missouri.
That's right, all the way across. Just great racing in the state of Missouri.
So Mike Hellman in the 85 machine will lead them in the turns number 3 and 4, as it is the green flag that's in the air. Hellman out front. Here comes the hypnotist of Mason Beck there, and Rob White. And look at that. We got 5 cars up front. Here comes Rob White now. He will take the lead in turns number 3 and 4. The hypnotist of Mason Beck on the inside of Hellman. Great racing in the top 5 spot. Racing all through the field. As it is Rob White out front. The 0 of Mason Beck, the hypnotist in that second spot. Christopher Sawyers making contact there. And the caution coming out as Christopher Sawyers hitting the infield tractor tire there, bringing out the caution. So your new race leader, the 5 of Rob White. The old 85 Mike Hillman will be in that second spot. The old 0 of Mason Beck will be in third. So the 85 of Mike Hellman will go in front of the 0. The 85 will now have the choice between the bottom or the top. Looks like he will choose the bottom side. So the hypnotist, the 0 of Mason Beck, will go on the outside. Lights are going off. Going to see the green flag back this time by. That driver is just leaving through the pits, has his door open as the green flag is in the air.
Down out of turn number 2, Mason Beck there on a good run there in the 0. Down the back, shooting a turn number 3. Hillman getting shuffled back, gonna give a little nudge as Phillips is gonna spin. Can he keep it going? Gonna come to a stop. That's gonna be.
Yeah, we'll see how they score, but that was 2. Watch here on the Midwest Sheet Metal Instant Replay. White there, and Hellman makes some contact. And so we're hearing from Joe that 35 was right behind him, but he could still see daylight between them. I think he meant the track lights.
I think so too, because if you're seeing daylight right now, you had more Sailor Jerry's than I did.
Or unless he's seeing my arms.
Those are pretty white, bud. Those
I got a farmer's stand. Oh, he's talking. Joe's going to talk to him. He's going to explain it to him because Joe had a great view of it down there in turn number 3.
We had a great view on the Midwest Sheet Metal Instant Replay. It was a pretty good view of it as well.
Yeah, we get to watch not only live on the track, but also get to see what the fans see on ShowMeDirt.tv. Got our monitor up here in the tower. I don't know if I should say this or not, but did you notice when you drove in all that dirt being moved over where the dirt bike track used to be?
I was not looking.
Yeah, they've got a lot of dirt moved over there, and I think that is going to be the future home of our campground. We're going to have a campground, as I think that is the plans for the future. As talking to Clint and owner of Midway Speedway before the races, and they're looking to transform that into a campground.
More racetracks need that.
I'd camp out here. It'd be fun. But right now, the 5 of Rob White camping in that top spot. He leads him out of 4. Green flag is back in the air. The 0 of Mason Beck in second. Here comes the 41 of Brian White on the inside of the Hypnotist. The 0 of Mason Beck. They're side by side for that second spot.
Oh, Mason Beck right there, sitting there in that third spot, going to cross up here with the 41. Those cars look so identical. I get cross-eyed as right now the 23 of Mark Simon getting a run here on Hillman, trying to make a run for that 4th spot.
Well, especially the top 3 cars, they all have the same number color. They all are pretty much white, and they're all look kind of identical. But the 5 of Rob White is the father of the 41 of Brian White. So right now it is the father and son show after last weekend's Father's Day weekend.
Right now, though, your top 3 cars have separated themselves from the rest of the speedway, as we're finally going to get some green laps in the books, as it's all Rob White right now.
Brian White saying, Dad, Father's Day weekend was last weekend. I'm not going to be nice to you this weekend, as he is right there. $1,000 on the line. We got 3 cars battling up front. Here comes Mark Simon in the 23. He jumps up to that 3rd spot, bringing the 50 of Daryl Hurt with him.
That high shite's there if the drivers want to jump up, but no one wanting to do it here early. The low line, they're really fast right now, but there is a high lane as Haleman's doing it on the high side and keeping pace with the field.
Rob White, though, staying with there, but when the 41 of Brian White right there, still in second, and the Joker Welly caution coming out for the 35 of Zach Zagan. Instant replay.
He gonna spin all by myself.
All by myself.
Y'all didn't think we'd have karaoke night on top of racing, did you?
Well, I'd say that Sailor Jerry's been helping you.
Not at all. Not at all.
Hey, if you do need a ride back, though, Tracy came here with Bill, so you could probably ride back with Bill. You imagine that car ride back home, 3 of you guys?
We wouldn't get in a word edgewise.
Green.
Well, we're going to argue over who's going to take the green flag on that one.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with you.
Oh, here comes the sun down the backstretch, though. Rob White still your race leader into 3 and 4. Here comes Mark Simon getting a good run here in the 23 ride. Mason Beck getting a good run into turns 1 and 2.
The hypnotist of Mason Beck on the inside of the 41 of Brian White. Mark Simon right there with him, but there's an opportunity for Rob White to extend his lead out front. And it looks like our leaders are picking up the pace here. And we're almost over halfway through, so they're going to kick it into gear. $1,000 on the line.
Here comes Terrell Hurt there in the 50, working his way through the field, started 9th. On the back bumper there, Mark Simon sitting in 4th.
Here comes Brian White back there with the 0 of Mason Beck. So Brian White kicking it back into gear here. As they come across the line, it's still Beck though in that second spot.
It's all Rob White right now, but here comes Brian White to the inside of Beck, down the back chute. They're going to go into 3. Side by side, Beck's going to slide through 3 and 4. Silhouette going to be a drag race for second, still going to go to Mason Beck.
Still Mason Beck in that second spot. The 41 though, Brian White back on the inside, drag race down the backstretch. Those are in the pit side. Looking on a great race there for second. Now we're going to see here on the grandstand side. Brian White takes over second. Mason Beck really loose down the front stretch. Does Brian White though have anything left as he is running out of time? I believe 5 more laps to go. It's still Rob White out front.
Rob White, but here comes Mason Beck back on the high side of the speedway, trying to find a different groove around, and it's going to be working down the back chutes. Got momentum down the back stretch on the outside of Brian White. They're going to stay silhouetted. They've been silhouetted for about 4 laps now. Down the front stretch, Mason Beck too close to call.
Side by side, as now Brian White's going to pull away from Mason Beck, but Rob White will come out of 4 and being told 2 more laps to go. $1,000 on the line.
Rob White right now down the back chute all by himself. Brian White there got that second spot back from Beck as Beck's going to drive it back in hard in 3. Down the front stretch, though, Rob White going to see the 1 to go.
One more time around, 4 to 5 of Rob White. The 41 of Brian White, his son, sitting there in second. Daryl Hurt trying to make a hard charge there on the 23 of Mark Simon, but Rob White going to come out of turn number 4. He's going to get the $1,000 check tonight. 41 of Brian White coming on second, and the 0 of Mason Beck coming home third. Rob White, heat race winner in heat race number 1. Getting it done here tonight in Victory Lane. He told me before the races, he had plans scheduled for this weekend, but he saw that announcement for $1,000 to win, and he said I could not miss out on that, as he made the point to be here tonight. He is getting it done. There's Jacob White. Race fans, let him hear you. Your USRA stock car feature winner to 5 of Rob White. $1,000 winner. Once again, we want to thank Triad Roofing and Urbana Stockyards. Also, Eagle Machine. Great sponsors. Great people and businesses helping us out here tonight. Good to have the stock cars back with us. And here we go. We are getting ready for the Spectrum Design Dirt Late Models.
Starting on the pole on the inside, going to be the 22 of Tim Petty. On his outside, the 49, Tony Finchner.
Starting on the inside of row number 2 out of Lebanon, Missouri, he is currently your track point leader. Last week's feature winner out of Lebanon, Missouri, it's going to be the 4A of Dustin Atkinson. And on his outside has had a great run start so far in that 74 machine out of Springfield, Missouri. It's going to be Kyle Bates.
Row number 3 starting on the inside is going to be the 5JR of Noames. On his outside, the 52, Stephen Price.
Put the drive shaft back in, came out for intermission during hot laps and got the late model back running out of Phillipsburg, Missouri. It's going to be the 00 of Landon Harris starting 7th. 15 laps is your distance. We'll warm up the tires a bit here before we let them loose. Here we go, Spectrum Design Dirt Late Model Feature. Petty and Fincher will lead them out of 4. Green flag is in the air.
Fincher going to get a good run there on the high shine, but Petty on the low end of the speedway. Here comes Atkinson trying to get to the back bumper down the back chute. Here we go into 3 and 4. It was Tim Petty in heat race action, and he's going to lead lap number 1.
Tim Petty out front. Your leader in the 4A of Dustin Atkinson in that 2nd spot. The 49 of Tony Fincher in 3rd. And the turns 3 and 4, they go out of 4. It's still Petty out front. Atkinson in that 2nd spot.
Tim Petty right now going through 1 and 2. A little bit of a bumpy spot there in turn number 1. Petty goes hopping through there. Atkinson did it as well as they come into turn number 4. Atkinson on the back bumper of Petty. Petty's got all he can handle right now.
We'll see what they do here. Once again, Petty hitting that same spot. Atkinson had a lot better turn there in turn number 1, but seems like Petty keeps on hitting that same spot. It means he's hitting the same spot each and every lap, but it's upsetting that car.
Atkinson trying a different line around the mighty Midway Speedway, going a little high into 1 and 2, trying to get a little smoother of a way around as Bates is up to that 3rd spot as they come into 3, coming out of turn number 4. Atkinson on the throttle, gonna make a good run. Petty gonna slide up the speedway and block.
Here we go, turn number 1. Petty did a lot more better turn in turn number 1. Atkinson, though, carrying that momentum down the backstretch. Kyle Bates is moving up to that 3rd spot, but we're side by side for the lead.
Atkinson's right there on the back bumper. The 4 is on a mission, gonna try to cross over out of 2. Petty gonna come down the speedway, but here comes Atkinson to the inside. Side by side into turn number 3. Race fans, on your feet for this one. Petty gonna drive it hard into turn number 4.
Petty keeping the lead, keeping the 4A of Dustin Atkinson away from him. This is a race for the ages, for the late models. Tim Petty joining us this week, but here comes Atkinson on the outside down the front stretch.
Tim Petty holding off. You want to talk about Atkinson going high on the speedway. Sent it in a little too hard, but he's going to drive it back. You want to talk about an HBO Friday night fight night right here. 2 prize fighters duking it out between Petty and Atkinson. Atkinson had the bobble in 1 and 2 last time, already made up the ground on Petty.
Atkinson might want to get some new underwear after that turn on that last lap, because he almost lost it, but kept a hold of it. He's right there. He's back in the fight. He's back in the game, right there with the 22 of Petty.
Atkinson still on the back bumper of Petty as they're going to go through 1 and 2. As right now, Kyle Bates is just trying to reel these guys in. 5 laps to go as Atkinson getting a good run out of 3 and 4. Here comes Atkinson again on the high side of the speedway.
Rocking on the top side. Roll caution coming out.
Landon Harris in the top of turn number 1. Going to bring out the first caution of the night. The Joker Welding caution going to come out for your Spectrum Design late models. Man, race fans, how about this battle between Petty and Atkinson?
But fans, I think we've got a new fighter in this fight out of Springfield, Missouri. That's 74, Kyle Bates. He's going to catch up to this fight, and the 49 of Tony Fincher right there.
Well, him and Finchner, Bates and Finchner were battling it out there, and Bates was finally able to get around the 49. But the Duke Fest we have had, we want to talk about Rocky versus Apollo Creed going on there for your top two cars between Petty and Atkinson. My goodness, what a battle this has been.
Especially for Petty, upsetting his car in lap on turn number 1 and still holding on to the lead. But as our crew works up on the 00, Landon Harris, man, a driver that's just had bad luck tonight, lost the drive shaft earlier tonight, and then he has went up against the wall off of turn number 1 there. Appreciate Landon for being here, but like you said, this is Friday Night SmackDown. My soon-to-be wife and her girls are at home. They're telling me they're watching Friday Night SmackDown, but I'm like, me too. I'm watching it as well, in a different version.
Yeah, definitely a different version. This battle between Petty and Atkinson is one for the ages right now. Just Atkinson working that high side of the speedway in 3 and 4, and he gets so much momentum coming off the top of turn number 4, and he carries it into 1. But Petty is good through 1 and 2, and that's where everything changes.
Run, Forrest, run! Keep running.
Oh, he stopped. He's like, nope, they saw me. I'm gonna hang by.
He's like, dude, you see this fight going on right now?
He's like, man, I'm gonna hang by the fence. Hey, look, yeah, look like we're looking at something, so they don't think that we're talking about them. They're looking around like, man, who are they talking about?
Uh-oh. Oh, they're gonna. Hey, don't be starting to fight yourselves down there, boys. Oh, they're gonna go in the beer garden. Are they old enough to go in the beer garden?
Did not look like it.
Security. Oh, here they come. They're walking in front of the bathrooms now. Oh, they're down there with the girls.
Smart decision.
So we appreciate the teenagers having fun here at the Mighty Midway Speedway. So still trying to get that 00 of Harris cleared off the track here, but like I said, we've had two fighters back and forth pretty much the whole race. The 22 of Tim Petty, the 4 of Dustin Atkinson, but that 74 machine right there of Kyle Bates is right there in that good spot as well. Nice looking car there, sponsored by Green Lawn Funeral Homes.
I love that color scheme he's got, Kyle Bates.
Yeah.
That blue and neon, a little bit of black on there.
And he's been having some good runs here the past couple weeks here at the Mighty Midway Speedway.
Still working on the 00 of Landon Harris in the top of turn number 1.
Don't forget, next Friday night, fireworks show next Friday. Also, some added money as well, thanks to some more great sponsors. Fast Lane Road Service has added money to Midwest Modifieds, so we appreciate those. Then on Friday, July the 8th, we'll have a on-track autograph session at intermission, but we have a autograph session each and every night after the races over in the pit area as we open it up for all the fans.
And it's going to happen tonight. I'm 100% putting my stamp of approval on that one tonight.
If not, we will get to see the first ever strongman competition here at the Mighty Midway Speedway, because Kitten will lift that car off and put it in the infield by himself and tell that driver to wait for his hot lap.
I wouldn't lift it. I'd drag it.
Drag it.
I can drag it.
So yeah, you'll have to tell us about the first strongman competition, we will definitely be there.
It's gonna be a while. I'm looking to train for about a year before I do it. There's a lot more.
You don't need no training.
There's a lot more conditioning involved in strongman than there was powerlifting.
Conditioning, come on.
Powerlifting, I'd walk up to the bar, get 3 attempts at one lift, and then call it a day between the squat, bench, and deadlift.
The only conditioning I know is air conditioning. That's where I plan to be tomorrow.
Well, see, they had one in Springfield about a month or so ago, and it's outdoors. And it was about 87 degrees, and you're trying to carry hundreds of pounds and thousands total, and medleys and things like that, and yoke carries and sandbag toss and keg toss. And
well, I think it's good for the body, as many sets of stairs that we have to go up to get here and to be out of breath. I think it's good for my body to feel that way, right?
Well, you know, I'm a big guy anyway, so I'm always out of breath.
Hey, you kind of reminded me of Rocky earlier tonight before the races when we were over there in the red bleachers and you were getting ready to run the stairs, you know?
Oh, that's a long way to the top of the grandstands here at the Mighty Midway.
Here we go. We're going to get him one to go. Lights will be going off. Green flag next time.
Maybe I can convince Clint to put in an elevator.
Ding, 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 ding. It's time for the main event. In one corner, we got the 22 of Tim Petty. In the other corner, we got the 4A of Dustin Atkinson. But here comes the underdog, the 74 of Kyle Batesman. The green flag is in the air.
This is going to make everything a little bit interesting. Petty going to bounce it through 1 and 2 again. A little bit something there. They're going to fall single file down the back chute. Atkinson going in hard through 3 and 4, trying to drive it around him down the front stretch. It's going to be a drag race. Atkinson to the race lead.
Atkinson out front, trying to hold on to him as the 22 of Tim Petty, not giving it up so easily.
Back through 3 and 4. That's where Atkinson is so good down the front chute. Atkinson, your race leader, going to dive down in front of Petty through 1 and 2. Your current race leader, the 4 of Dustin Atkinson.
A couple of weeks ago, he was playing lead guitar for Buck, singing Sweet Home Alabama, but tonight he's saying Sweet Home Midway Speedway. White flag is in the air.
Atkinson down the back stretch for the final time tonight. Into turn number 3 out of turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air, took the lead with 2 to go. Dustin Atkins going to victory lane.
Tim Petty coming home second, the 22 and the 74 of Kyle Bates coming home third. As Dustin Atkinson, it has been his year, as this will be his 4th time in the Remax Next Generation victory lane. And as I mentioned just a few seconds ago, he was playing electric guitar for Buck on Missouri Public Hunters, and tonight he is in victory lane.
Hey, I just got a text message, and it says, the owner of Macadoodles from the Power Eye Pure Socks is here off of turn number 3 down there by Joe, and guess what's getting ready to roll out onto the track?
What's that?
The Macadoodles Power Eye Pure Stocks.
Oh, yeah. There he is doing the bow himself. He is here.
Hold on. The quote was epic that I got in this text message. The man, the myth, the legend, turning ugly girls pretty for years. Or guys, whichever way you want to look at it.
Well, do you have any more Sailor Jerry's for our friend Kitten over here? Because he's already went through 1 glass.
There was not a full pint.
All right, here we go. It's time for the Macadoodles Power Eye Pure Sock feature. And man, oh man, it is stacked and packed all the way through on the pull out of Buffalo, Missouri. It's going to be the 32 of Richard Adams. And on his outside, it's going to be the 5 of Jacob White out of Lebanon, Missouri.
Row number 2, starting on the inside on the L34 out of Springfield, Missouri, James Reedus. On his outside at 11 in Missouri, the 8K, Tyler Knudsen.
Row number 3 on the inside from Tuscumbia, Missouri. It's going to be the 26 of Preston McDowell. On his outside from Buffalo, Missouri, it's going to be the 53 of Richard Burks.
Row number 4 on the inside is going to be the 88 of Robin Showers. On his outside, the 17 out of Lebanon, Missouri, Austin Wilson.
Row number 5 on the inside from Urbana, Missouri. It's going to be the 21 of Carson Groniger. On his outside, currently your track point leader out of Tuscumbia, Missouri. It's going to be the 5M of Justin McDowell.
Row number 6 on the inside will be the 12 of Greg Dykstra. On his outside, the 47A of Jack Wood.
On row number 7 on the inside from Wonley, Missouri, it's going to be the 6 of Corey Henson. On the outside from Lebanon, Missouri, it's going to be the 6er of Jeff Helton.
Row number 8 on the inside will be the 14 of Jonathan Finley. On his outside, the 42 of Levi Harris.
Here we go, Macadoodles Power Eye Pure Stock feature in the air. Green flag, we're underway.
Pure pandemonium as Robin Showers going down to the infield.
And there we have it.
Well, not quite sure what happened there.
We're getting an explanation of what happened, and all here was he hit the tire, and they hit the tire, and he hit the tire, and they hit the tire.
So what you're telling me is the tire had something to do with it.
Yep, it's the tire. The tire needs to go tailback.
All right, so we're going to move the tractor tire back to... All right, so they're calling it. The caution is for the tire.
Midwest Sheet Metal Instant Replay right here. And what? Thomas was right there with the great view. Look at that. Great shot there. And... oh, the 88R Robin Showers.
He tried to jump the tire.
And did like a Tony Hawk skateboard flip. The tire did. Landed on the track.
That tire did nothing to you.
So once again, Eagle Machine adding some money for the Pure Stocks as well tonight, so we appreciate them. 600, I believe, the win for, or 500 to win, sorry, for the Pure Stocks tonight. And there are a lot of drivers on hand tonight that have the opportunity to be in the Remax Next Generation Victory Lane. A lot of variety of drivers here tonight. There's a lot of variety in stock at Macadoodles in Osage Beach.
Oh, there's a lot in stock, trust me. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Macadoodles. I'm not even going to lie. I mean, when it comes to a great selection of alcohol, Macadoodles.
Yeah, that is true.
Because one of my favorite drinks is Jim Beam Devil's Cut. It's about one of the only places I can find it. That is a 90 proof Jim Beam, by the way.
All right, so lights will be going off this time by. As looks like the 6 of Corey Henson, one of our point leaders, has ducked into ducked into the pit area. So no lap completed, as we will see if we get a run this time, as it is
Keith the flagman going to do his little jig, looking for the green flag, and here they come. Going to come rumbling down the front stretch.
Adams and the 5 of Jacob White battling right there. The 34 of James Rios on the inside of White. They're side by side. The 26 of Preston McDowell on the inside of the 8K of Tyler Knudsen. And at the line, James Rios, your race leader.
That station wagon is just an absolute tear right there on the front stretch. Here comes White, though, on the inside there, the 5. Going to make a good run here for the race lead, coming through 3 and 4, slicing, dicing. Go, getting sideways out of 4.
Here comes Tyler Knudsen as well, but it's James Rios out front. Jacob White, the 5 right there in second. Richard Adams on the outside, losing some ground, though, with the Joker welding caution coming out 34 to 42 of Levi Harris, bringing out the caution.
Right now, James Reedus, your race leader, the Joker Welding caution coming out for the 42 of Levi Harris.
So have you ever seen the biography and the resume on that 44 of James Reedus?
That thing is long.
It is. And on my race pass, you can look up his profile and you can see all the accomplishments that he has. Multiple feature wins, multiple track championships, not only in the pure stocks, but in the Midwest Mods. Also a Lone Star 600 win. Like, that's a big race.
You know, his Lone Star last year got rained out, and him and a bunch of other drivers.
Yeah, and he many of wins.
He's also your current national points leader.
He is, and it's good to have him with us here tonight. We got a lot of national point leaders on hand with us tonight. Michael Muskrat, the super stock national point leader, the 64 of Pete Richardson, the Midwest Modified national point leader, the 34 of James Reedus, the pure stock Power I national point leader, as the 32 of Richard Adams will have the choice between the bottom or the top. He will choose that inside lane. The 5 of Jacob White will go on the outside. So, you know, if we had like draft picks or anything, I don't know who to choose, because there's a lot of drivers that have the opportunity, the chance to get in the Remax Next Generation victory lane.
Well, I mean, even look at the 5M Justin McDowell sitting back there too, right there in the middle of the pack. He's been fast all night long, just had a little bit of bad luck.
Here we go. Green flag is back in the air.
James Reedus going to lead him down in a turn 1 and 2 right now, but here comes Richard Adams sitting there in that second spot. The field going to accordion a couple spots here as Reedus is going to lead him out of turn number 4 as we're going to start getting another lap in the books.
Here comes the IMCA Tire Canoes on the inside of Jacob White. They're side by side there in turns number 2, and down the backstretch they go. But the 32 of Richard Adams closing in on the 34 of James Reedus, and we're still early in this race.
Slicing and dicing all over the speedway right now. Got a three-way battle for third as the 26 was sticking his nose in there as well. As right now the 5 of Jacob White, the AK Tyler Knudsen, and Preston McDowell are all battling it out right there.
Here comes the 26 of Preston McDowell on the backside. He's going to try to make him 3 wide in the turn number 2 for the battle for third.
Richard Adams went way high out of turn number 2, tapped the backstretch wall as James Reedus is starting to check out in the early race action.
Right now, the 34 of James Reedus is out front, but here comes Preston McDowell. Now he is knocked out the 5 of Jacob White, but Jacob White back in it as well. As now the AK Tire Knudsen trying to hold off 2 cars. Here comes Jacob White back on the inside of Preston McDowell. Man, what a race there for that third spot. Here comes the 5 of Justin McDowell. You talked about him earlier. He's making a late run.
Here 3 wide through 3 and 4 for third, fourth, and fifth. My goodness.
As our top 2 in their own zip code. Oh, the AK of Tyler Knudsen and the 5 of Jacob White have collected and hooked up.
That was, with such close racing here, the Midwest Sheet Metal instant replay. I mean, just such close racing right there. They just slide, made a little bit of contact.
You can't blame it on any driver. It's just hard side by side racing right here. You can see And
they're hooked together too.
yeah.
Getting them lined to back up here. We got the track cleared so we can get ready to go rocking and rolling back to racing action. James Reedus, your race leader there in the station wagon. Hoping to catch a drive-in movie after the races. See how many we can pack in the back of that thing.
After we go visit the drivers in the pit area.
This is true.
And green flag is back in the air for the Macadoodles Power Eye Pure Stock feature.
Here comes Reedus down into 1 and 2 right behind him. Richard Adams gonna bring the rest of the field around as Reedus got that thing hooked up tonight. He is fast. Oh, goodness, the 42 Jack Wood going around and everyone collecting. That's the 12 there of Greg Dykstra.
And the bad luck driver of the ninth at 5 of Justin McDowell, our point leader, just not having a very good night.
Midwest Sheet Metal Instant Replay going to be right here. So the 47 there, Jack Wood going around by himself there and collecting everybody.
All by myself, as Kitten is yawning because the sailor Jerry has made him tired.
I was up at 3 o'clock this morning, Shane.
Well, it is a testament for you to be here. And this isn't your first time you've been here today. This is the second
No,
time.
I drove through it about 1 o'clock today. And I thought about texting my boss saying, hey, I'm just going to stay. But I ended up having to go get my office cleaned and set up and things like that. And now that I'm moving into the big time.
Yeah, you're an office man now.
It's keeping his CDL so he can still run away from the office every now and then.
Behind the Wheel has a headquarters now.
You know, I do most of my video editing at work.
Yeah. I will say, throughout the day, like, I try to keep in touch with you throughout the week, and you're pretty fast on, like, replies and stuff. And I'm like, that's really nice to have a job where you can edit videos and message people back and forth, you know, you and Joe.
My job is, my boss is phenomenal. You know, she actually, anytime I need off for racing, she's always been accommodating. She's been phenomenal. That's my boss. My wife has been just as phenomenal, by the way.
Is your boss single?
No, she's not. But her husband is a huge racing fan.
Okay.
And
I got a good friend named Tracy, and he's out there looking. I was just wondering.
Well, you know, everyone I know, he knows. So we'll get something figured out for our good buddy Tracy.
So the 5 of Justin McDowell pulling over and taking a visit to go see Joe at stage. And here comes the 12 of Greg Dykstra back on the track. Once again, hope you're enjoying your night here at the Mighty Midway Speedway. Tomorrow it's supposed to be pretty hot, so make sure you take care of yourselves and keep hydrated and keep cool. I'm going to do lots of conditioning tomorrow, lots of conditioning.
What are you doing for conditioning?
I'm going to sit in air conditioning. No,
See,
actually, I got the baseball tournament to go to.
Well, let's see. So tomorrow is my oldest's birthday.
Your oldest birthday?
Yep.
You have multiple birthdays?
Well, it's just going to be her birthday tomorrow. She turns 10.
Oh, your daughter's birthday.
My daughter's birthday. She's turning 10, but she's going on 33.
Oh. How old are you?
32. She's got more attitude than I do.
She's older than you?
With attitude, yes.
My goodness. Like, the only story I know, like, crazy about that is, like, the Virgin Mary giving birth to Jesus.
I kid you not. A quick story from Tuesday. She met Bobby Pierce.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was like, hey, he's kind of a big deal. And she goes, I don't care. He's not to me.
Oh.
Right in front of Bobby.
Because you're the big deal. But tonight, the big deal is out 34 of James Rios. We'll see if anybody can upset the big deal. And the green flag is back in the air.
Rios right now got a charging Richard Adams right behind him in the 26 of Preston McDowell. Going to be your top three as they come in through 3 and 4. James Rios still going to be in control with another lap in the books.
James Rios out front, the 32 of Richard Adams right there, the 26 of Preston McDowell sitting there in that 3rd spot. Justin McDowell has moved up down to the top 5 spot, battling there with the 53 of Richard Burks in that 53 machine.
There, the 17 Austin Wilson made his way off the speedway as laps are ticking down, looking to have 5 to go. As Rios going to cross the stripe again, your race leader, Richard Adams, the 26 of Preston McDowell. In the hard luck car tonight, the 5M of Justin McDowell. And the other 5 of Jacob White, and there's a 12 of Greg Dykstra. As look at the radiator cap is off of that one, and it is Smoke City.
And Jacob White blew a radiator gasket there, and he comes to stop there in the front stretch there in the infield.
Tough break there. The steam that was coming out of the radiator area on that car is what my daughter claims comes off of me when I'm mad.
I don't see it.
I don't know. I'm such a nice guy.
I don't ever see you mad. You're
I'm
such a big
hardly
guy,
ever
like,
mad.
I don't see you getting mad.
I'm just a big old giant teddy bear. But tough break there for the 5 of Jacob White. Started outside front row. Was racing for 4th and 5th earlier, got collected, and just his night has gotten worse from there as he's going to head off to pit side. Coming to the line, lights are going to go off. We're going to go green flag racing this next time by. It has been all the Springfield guy of James Rios in the station wagon.
He can't catch a break, gets a pretty decent lead, and then the caution flag comes out. So if anybody's going to take advantage of it, that's the 32 of Richard Adams. If he has anything in that pure stock machine, he needs to let it loose here. So we got 4 more laps to go. Green flag is in the air.
Oh, down into 1 and 2. Rios going to come out and get another great start. Down the back stretch, he's going to go through 3 and 4, looking for the doctor's jacket this time.
Not the first time I've been wrong tonight, because it was a green-white checkered white flag is in the air one more time around for the 34 James Rios.
James Rios down the backstretch all by himself, like me in the middle of the night, standing in front of the refrigerator. At a turn number 4, checkered flag in the air, James Rios.
Richard Adams coming home second, the 26. Preston McDowell coming home third. James Rios, winner on opening night and getting his 2nd win of the season for him as he makes his way to Remax Next Generation Victory Lane. And, is he going to do it?
Is he going to burn it down?
Are you going to
Burning down the house.
You going to burn it down?
Burn. Yeah, he's waiting.
Yeah. Now this is his signature, right?
Oh. Tires are expensive.
Yeah.
All right, race fans.
It is now time for our final feature of the evening. It is the J2 Cars USRA B-Mod feature, and this is their lineup.
Starting on the pole in the F1, Mitchell Franklin. On his outside of the 18H, Justin Newman.
Row number 2 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri. It's going to be the 42J of Donnie Jackson. On his outside from Marshville, Missouri, it's going to be the 9 of Sam Petty.
Row number 3, starting on the inside, will be the 15H of Jeremy Hazel. On his outside, the 6 of Jay Flynn.
Row number 4 on the inside from Jefferson City, Missouri, it's going to be the 71C of Cody Crabtree. On his outside, it's going to be a 55 of Luke Gideon out of Stoutland, Missouri.
Row number 5, starting on the inside, will be the 39 of Dwight Brown. On his outside, the 216 of Philip Jackson.
In row number 6, starting shotgun out of Richland, Missouri, it's going to be the 24 of Jerry Ellis. 15 laps is your distance, 11 cars. And the 65 of Chris Jackson not on hand with us tonight, but Mitchell Franklin has been in victory lane 2 times this season. Claimed the bounty a couple weeks ago. We'll see. That 18 of Justin Newman has had some good runs. He's got a couple of heat race wins, but here we go.
All right, gonna get the one to go. Race fans, give them away when they come this time by. It's the final feature of the night, race fans, as it's been a great night of racing action. Mitchell Franklin, Justin Newman there on the front row. Your J2 Cars USRA B-Mod. Main event getting ready to get the green flag for the first time for their feature. If you look at the Keith the Flagman, he's going to do his little jig for the first time tonight. Getting ready to drop the green, and here they come.
Well, we're underway. We're racing.
Down out of turn number 2, Franklin off to a great start, but Donnie Jackson in the 42's got something to say early, right? 3 wide. Petty going high. Newman in the middle, Jackson on the low side. Franklin says, battle it out. See you later.
Final feature of the night. We're selling food from the concession stand on the go down there below the flag stand. But the F1 of Mitchell Franklin is on the go out front. Your leader. Here comes Donnie Jackson on the inside of Sam Petty. It is Franklin still out front.
Right now, Franklin, Newman, Petty, Jackson, and Hazel, your top 5. Slicing and dicing right now around the mighty Midway Speedway. Franklin coming out of turn number 4, going to get another lap in the books in the lead.
Justin Newman at 18 looks like he's gaining some ground on the F1 of Franklin, but here comes the 9 of Sam Petty right there as well. Once again this season it has been Jackson and Franklin both in victory lane. And the F1 of Mitchell Franklin is out front. And great battle right now for that second spot.
Like you said, it's Super Shane. That's a battle for second between Petty and Newman. As they come out of turn number 4, Petty's got to run to the inside. Sam Petty to the inside of Newman as they're going to go through 1 and 2. Newman going to drive out hard, but Petty's got the momentum down the back chute. It's going to be a drag race into 3. Petty's going to get there before Newman does. Newman going to try to cross him over, nothing doing. Sam Petty up to the second spot.
Look at that battle back there for that 4th spot between the 42J of Donnie Jackson and 15 of Jeremy Hazel, but the 71 of C of Cody Crabtree bringing out the Joker Welding caution flag.
Six laps in the books right now. It's all been the Mitchell Franklin show. That F1 ride right there is bad fast tonight, running the middle lane right now. Sam Petty, though, on a good run right there in the 9, worked his way up to the second. As the 71C right there just smoked a couple tires.
You know, the USRA B-Mod sponsored by J2 Cars. They are located at 1518 West Elm, Lebanon, Missouri. J2 Cars is a one-stop shop for all your racing needs. Like them on Facebook and give them a call at 417-991 972-556. Speaking of J2 cars, that's a nice hat you're wearing, kitten.
The old classic Tony Jackson Jr. hat right up here. He gave it to me. He gave me this in a T-shirt for doing an interview with him during the Spring Nationals.
Oh, I think that was a hat from his first year of racing.
Yeah, it's classic. It's all blacked out. His shirt was a couple years older, but hey, I don't care.
Hey, well, the thing about Tony is he changes his car design very, very frequently, which is cool because I like seeing like what drivers can do to make their cars look cool and better. And he can't decide on his colors between red, white, or black. It seems like.
But did you see the motorcycle he had made for him though?
Oh yeah, that was pretty sweet.
That was all white with the red accents. Yeah. Oh, that was sick.
And I heard last weekend him and the previous track owner Jack Jones, they rented a boat down there at old Osage Beach and spent the weekend on the lake. I was at a Mexican restaurant in Camdenton and I saw Jack, and he told me that he had to go pilot Tony Jackson Jr. on the boat on the weekend. So, you know, Tony and Chris, they've been very busy with J2 cars, and a lot of people are having a lot of success in those J2 cars. So it's exciting to have that business right here in Lebanon, Missouri.
Definitely, especially the tour that they're on right now. There's a lot of J2 cars at the front of the racing nights up that way. So lots of good advertisement right there. As we get ready to go back, green flag racing. Shane, we're out of practice together. We keep talking on top of each other.
Well, I was yawning, so that's why I couldn't go.
Looking for the green flag. Mitchell Franklin looking for another good restart here as they're going to come rumbling down into turn number one.
Down into 1 and 2 they go. Oh, look at that. Petty making Franklin run for his money right there. They go down to turns 3 and 4 now as it's still Franklin out front. And Petty in second. And Newman in that third spot, but Petty's sticking right there with your leader.
Right now, Newman trying the high side of the speedway, wanting someone to go up top with him as he slides on the top side of 3 and 4 as we are halfway through. Franklin's been in total control this whole way, but Sam Petty now on the back bumper, except he just bobbled it through 2.
Down the back stretch, down to turns 3 and 4 they go. It is Mitchell Franklin out in front, the F1, Sam Petty at the 9, in second, the 18 of Justin Newman in third, the 15 of H of Jeremy Hazel sitting out 4th spot.
Yeah, Hazel just made the pass on the last lap for that 4th spot, getting around Tony Jackson. There as Mitchell Franklin going to lead another lap in the books there for the F1. Petty trying everything he can to try to reel him in as Flynn and Ellis going to get together there at the 6 and 24 in the middle of the pack.
5 more laps to go out the line. It'll be 4 more laps to go as the F1 of Mitchell Franklin trying to get his 3rd feature win of the season. Sam Petty trying to get his first feature win of the season, but has a car in front of him. As they come out of 4 out the line, it'll be 3 more laps to go.
It's been the Mitchell Franklin show on ice. Sam Petty trying to reel him in down the back chute. Franklin so smooth through the corners. The way that car just kind of handles, kind of sliding in and out right now though. But Johnny Jackson and Jay Flynn, caution as Crabtree is going to go around in the middle of 1 and 2.
Well, there's no better way to finish off a night like tonight with a green, a white, and a checker.
The best 3 words in motorsports. Green, white, checkered. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Boys, let's go.
And I think you've had too much Sailor Jerry.
Not even close. Party's just getting started.
Hey, yeah, that's right, because after the races, the party continues over in the pits. Here we go. The 9 of Sam Petty will have the choice between the bottom or the top. He will choose that inside lane. And the 18 of Newman will go on the outside. So we'll see if Franklin can hold on and get the win here tonight.
Keith, the flag man, doing his little jig there up in the flag stand, green, white, checkered, for the final feature of the night. Mitchell Franklin, your race leader, Sam Petty. Justin Newman going to be your top 3. Green flag, Petty, right into the infield tractor tire.
Oh, tough break for the 9 of Sam Petty.
He is hooked up on that tire.
As watching here on the Midwest Sheet Metal Instant Replay. And, yeah, well, whoa, yeah. He got on top of that thing, but
so they're going to have to get the record. I mean, that car is parked on that tire. As Tom Shaw showed me, they're going to zoom in on that thing. And there's some carnage down there. That poor tire didn't do nothing to nobody. And he's been picked on all night. As we watch again on the Midwest Sheet Metal Instant Replay. As they get the car, I mean, pointed straight to Mitchell Franklin going to be your race leader. Tough break for the 9 of Sam Petty there. Don't forget, race fans, after the races are over, get to head pit side, get to see these teams out there.
all right, so the 9 of Sam Petty takes it in the pit area. We're going to stack them back up. Justin Newman on the inside of row number 2. Jeremy Hazel on the outside.
All right, look, green, white, checkered. Look, over here we go. Mitchell Franklin looking for the green flag. Back to racing action here at the mighty Midway Speedway. Into turn number 1, Franklin's going to take him. Newman on the low side. Here comes Jackson, Hazel, and Flynn right there. Going to be your top 5 right now.
Hazel on the outside of the 42 of Jackson. They're side by side for that 3rd spot, as it is Mitchell Franklin out front. Justin Newman, the 18 in 2nd. Here we go. Franklin's going to go into turn number 3 and 4 out of 4. Keith Woodman, the flagman's going to wave the final white flag of the night.
Mitchell Franklin all by himself there. Newman trying to do everything he can. Jackson there sitting in that 3rd spot. Franklin into turn 3 for the final time, coming out of turn number 4. Final checkered flag of the night, going to go to the F1 of Mitchell Franklin.
Mitchell Franklin, it is the Jackson and Mitchell Franklin show this season. Mitchell Franklin getting his 3rd feature win of the season, and he will make his way to the Remax Next Generation victory lane. The 18 of Justin Newman coming home 2nd, with the 42 of Donnie Jackson coming home 3rd.
All right, race fans. Hey, we're just getting word that the track is about to close. That way you can go pit side and see the cars and stars of the mighty Midway Speedway.
So fans, if you want to go pit side, please meet down there underneath the flag stand. Once we get the track officially closed, we will send you over.
I want to go. Can I go?
Yeah, we can go. We can go. Somebody's going to have to go with you anyways. All right. There he is, race fans. Your J2 Cars USRA B-Mod feature winner, the F1 of Mitchell Franklin. Hey, it's been a great night, Kenton. It's good to have you back, and especially with that open invitation to come back anytime you want to.
I will definitely be taking everyone up on that offer. I love coming out here, and I look forward to coming out here multiple times this year as the racing season continues and the points battles out here heat up.
Well, let's get ready to pack things up and head down there with the fans, and we can take them over to the pit side to go visit with the drivers. But on behalf of everybody here at the Mighty Midway Speedway, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching online at ShowMeDirt.tv. Fireworks next Friday night to kick off the first day of July. Next Friday, we'll see you at the Mighty Midway Speedway. Drive home safely. Take care of yourselves tomorrow in the heat. And we'll see you guys next time right here at the mighty Lebanon Midway Speedway. Have a good night.